over there. What you mean, Charlie in the Wonka factory over there?
Yeah,
Man, that's crazy.
Everybody say
it was,
Shout out to
but
my boy Boxley. What you do, Boxley?
My wife weighs 110 pounds.
yeah.
It is
So
too little.
kg.
we that's why I stopped really cold approaching women or just talking around the bitches because
No, you need to stop drinking while you cold approaching bitches. That's what you need to do.
hey, I was sober. I wasn't drunk. I don't even drink.
That boy
Have
desperate as a
You need to
mother.
have your head examined.
Have you ever noticed the more a man drinks, the prettier the girl becomes?
That's called beer goggles.
Yeah, beer goggles.
Hey, I'm gonna holler at y'all, general, man. It was a pleasure as always.
All right.
Y'all be good.
Shout out to you, Chris, man. Appreciate
Take care.
you.
All right, y'all be good, bro.
But I'm just keeping a buck of what is really, and then it's like the funny thing too was so me and my buddy were talking with them, but really it was 3 women, right? It was like a white looking girl, a darker mixed looking girl, and then that one, the big one. Yeah. and
you don't want to say
you thought you were going for some easy pickings.
I thought it was easy pickings, but even that don't come easy in the US, bro. Even that don't come easy.
If I ask you something, you keep it real with us.
What?
KB, I want you to know you're in a safe space. If I ask you something, will you keep it real with us?
All right.
Just admit you was in a dry spell and you went for some easy pickings, bro.
That's what I said. It was a bad spell. It was a bad shit. So
what I had trouble understanding is you went for easy pickings and then you found out that it wasn't easy pickings, yet you still kept chasing after it.
Nah, I walked away.
I would have left it alone.
Nah. Let me tell you what happened, right? So we walked up.
You could pick her up easily, at least.
Nah, I felt, man, it was kind of gross because she had cheeseburger breath too because she was eating the burger.
Man,
it's crazy. It was crazy.
Man, I don't want to hear the details.
It was crazy.
I'm just saying she sounds like a girl I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole, much less with anything else.
Yeah, but we
she sounds like the girl that when you try to holler at her Q friend, she the one that's hating.
Yeah, she was kind of that happened too. So we were hanging out.
The security guard of the group.
So we're hanging.
Oh, I'm just listening to KB, man. Like
I'll be the.
Hey,
KB.
I'm gonna title this. I'm gonna go back and retitle this the KB story.
No, I'm just saying, no, epic. No, this is an epic adventures of KB.
Epic. What you talking about?
It was like 2-3 years ago. I like that.
No, I'm saying, bro, it's an epic adventure, bro.
Epic victory. I thought it was an epic victory. I'm like,
no, that was not a victory, bro. No, most good stories are not victories, bro.
Is it KP or KB?
KB.
I would title it KB Adventures in Wonderland.
Bro, I got a lot of stories like that from years of I got too many stories, but
Big Batman adventures, you know what I mean?
So she came with
Hold on, KB. You are a habitual low-hanging fruit tracer.
Oh yeah.
Not always. It was a dark time. It was a dark time.
You actually said, "Oh yeah."
No. KB ain't the only one. Cause shit, I be trying to tell.
No, we all done been there.
I be trying to tell. I
can tell you this though. Well, go ahead, Boxley.
No, I be trying to tell Avery not to be like, you know what I'm saying, that low hanging fruit. You know, I'll be like, bro, you got to stop with the low hanging. Like, really though, it is really.
That's not low-hanging fruit, though. That's not low-hanging fruit. That's fruit on the ground, rotten.
Damn, he said, oh, man. Not even attached to the branch no more.
No.
He said that fruit is not even low-hanging. It's on the ground.
So she had these two friends, and you know, I was trying to,
That's
I
a
was trying
three-pointer
to,
right there.
yeah. So I was trying to talk to the big one because I'm like, all right, I'm a getting in, I'm a getting in with like the
It's one
skinny
bigger
one
than
in the
that.
middle.
What?
No, it was one big one and then two normal ones.
And you went after and you man, I need to go ahead, man.
No,
Man,
it
hey,
was
keep
all
laying
right.
this
So
out,
here's what
man.
I was thinking. Right,
This
my
wild
strategy
shit.
is like I'm gonna just go for the big one, but then towards the end, of, like the closer the night goes, you know, I'm gonna just be like, yeah, you know, I know you've been seeing me, and then like she's gonna want me, and then I'm
But
just gonna like foist that one off and then go with
Not.
the other one.
It does not work that way.
That was the strategy I had. I ain't say
Yeah,
it worked.
well, yeah, that was a messed up strategy because once they see you going for the ugly chick, they is not messing with you because now that now you done let them know what your standards are.
listen, I know how that trick works, and the best thing to do is do that first thing when you get in the club. Just
Yep.
dance with one big chick, show her a good time, show the girls you know how to move, and step the fuck off, and then watch everybody else looking at you, waiting for you to come up on them. You
That's
try to
at
dance
the
with that
club,
chick, man, it's over with.
but not when you got two girls and you chose the ugly one because it's like, oh,
No,
and you chose her, yeah.
right.
And
What's
then
wrong with
then she gonna tell all of her friends, guess who he chose? He did. Oh, something's wrong with him.
I don't know.
That's how that goes.
Mm-hmm. So she had two friends with her. My friend basically went up and got shot down by like basically immediately. And then I was trying to see like if the you know black one was kind of feeling me. She wasn't. So my friend is like, oh, you know, let's go to like Locos Tacos, let's get something to eat. And I pull him off to the side. I'm like, bro, I feel like these girls are just trying to take advantage of us. Like, let's just leave because you know, abort mission. It's just not gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. And he was like, he told me he's like, nah, bro, like, trust me, bro. We're just gonna keep going. You know, I'll just pay for it. I'm like, okay. So we head over there, and we're talking, and then you know it starts getting cold, and then restaurants close, and then they dip almost immediately. Like she just the big girl. I said something. I'm like, dang, you kind of got like a little bit of cheeseburger breath or something. And then she got mad at me, and then she just dipped and just
If you
left.
had if you had breath mints on, you should have just offered her a breath mint, and now you know her
Nah,
breath
it
stink.
was kind of nasty
You
because
you
she
pop
came.
one.
All right, so the club has like a cheeseburger stand right there. And then so she came out the club drunk, and then she's just eating, just going crazy on this cheeseburger. And she just sat down and just ate the whole thing, like whatever. It was just nasty. So I'm just nah, I'm good.
And
Well,
you saying that that's the one that you hollered at?
Yeah, that was the one. That
Bro,
was
what's
the
wrong
one.
with you, bro?
That
Nah,
was the
man.
one.
Nah, bro.
welcome
Stop.
to
That
the
was the
travel
one.
stage. You
Yep,
have
yep. And then I was just like, because you got to understand that night we were like trying to like see if anything could work. I probably got rejected probably 30, 40 times that night alone, like at the club in South Florida, alone. Like that's nothing was working. And I'm like, fuck it, you know, it's 3 a.m. I gotta get something and then just go home. So yeah.
Well, I
Nah. By something, I don't mean clapping. I'm like, I might as well, you know, get the reps in and just go home, man. You know,
Wow,
'cause,
this is a wild conversation, bro.
Yeah, it
yeah,
is.
you know.
Like I said, those 3 a.m. last calls in the club, man, get you in trouble.
on a sorry Tuesday.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's not even the worst story either. That's what's crazy.
I don't want to hear. Well, I
Yeah.
definitely don't want to hear the worst
I don't
story.
need nightmares.
You get in that right there.
I got
So-
one more. I'm not
No,
gonna say this is the worst.
no.
I got one more. I got one more. I got one more. And I want to say like, all right. I won't say it. I won't
Molly
say it.
Can. What was the topic about? We segue. What was the topic about again?
I forgot exactly what it was.
Love and peace. Love for peace is the topic, really, right? Or did that change?
Loving abroad.
I'm just saying this to say, like, guys are down bad here. It ain't looking good for U.S. men. Y'all gotta abandon ship.
Where you at?
I'm in South Florida.
Oh,
love and
That's
peace.
a lie.
Why not? Why not both? First, you start with your peace. You start with the peace, and then you find somebody that you don't have to change for them. They accept you for, love you, and accept you for who you are.
that's the way it's supposed to go, but some of these guys don't know how to do that.
It's like when I came. I mentioned this before. When I first come to Chain Mine in 2013, I wasn't here quite a whole month, and I had a stroke. My housekeeper took care of me without expecting anything extra in return. Even when I insisted, she refused it. And seeing that she had a good heart, it was in the right place. I decided to marry her, and we've been happy ever since. And I'll be the first to admit, if the people on the panel saw her, she's probably about roughly a 5. If some of you might think that she's lower, or some of you might think she's a little higher, I say she's about a 5. But I never regretted that decision. And that's just from my own personal life experience. Everybody has their own life to live and choose the person they want to be with.
Facts.
I agree. It really boils down to being able to be happy when it's silent and you're alone. Because if you're not happy, just like what you're saying, when you're silent and alone, then you will make a lot of sacrifices out of desperation, and that's when they're able to take advantage of it.
Yes, that's why I tell a lot of people, good looks fade over time, only leaving the heart. So you gotta find somebody that you're attracted to, but they also gotta have your heart that stands the test of time. They bring you peace. They don't bring chaos into your life.
They're a king.
Who's with the sound effects?
I heard the king. That wait till like us talking about the king. I say a lion doesn't have to roar to let everybody know that he's king.
Mm-hmm. Where's everybody else at?
What you mean?
No,
hold on. I was just looking, seeing who's who. Okay, I see Ronan. I'm all blind. What, Charlie's on mute?
I don't know.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, he over there on the phone. So.
Oh, okay, that's what it is.
Yeah. But
where's Mr. Boxley at?
Who's that? Who's that?
Black Cleaner. Black
What's
Cleaner.
up, Cleaner? What's up, bro?
Ain't nothing. Where you at now?
Man, bro, I can't go nowhere, man. I got in a car accident a couple weeks ago. So got to do this PT stuff until then, and got a lawyer last
Y'all,
week.
this just happened in real time. I got a text on my phone that said, "Do you recognize these charges?" And I thought that was like a scam text, because I get those. So I checked the credit card that it said it was coming from, and there's actually some charges on my card that I didn't make, and I got my card right here. So I'm immediately on the phone with my card people, and we're going through. But something to let you guys know what I'm doing. I'm canceling the card, and I'm telling them to resend the payment. To like cancel that payment. But I'm telling them not to put a fraud thing on my name, because that could affect my name moving forward. So I could actually try to get something for me in my name, but because it's a fraud watch on my card, on my name, they will automatically deny it, no matter what type of ID that I have with me. So I'm moving on with I'm not letting them put a fraud charge on my name or whatever, but I'm letting them know I didn't do it. As soon as I got the text from the bank, I actually called them on my card. So they put me in touch with the fraud department now, just giving guys a heads up, a real live version of what's going on. But you guys know I do this credit shit, so that's how I know not to put the little fraud thing on my name because it'll fuck me up moving forward. But she back on the phone. I'll be back, guys.
Mhm.
Don, you had a car accident?
Yeah. Some lady was driving pretty fast. It was pretty cold up here. Disabled the vehicle. Like she was going like 50 in a 30.
She rear-ended you, or?
No, I had to defensive driving. She was coming. She came. It was a curve, a curve off to the left. So she's on my left, her right. So she entered into my lane, which would be her going into the left lane, which I'm on the right side, and she blasted the vehicle, disabled it, broke the what is it? The control arm. So
Okay.
I was in a bigger vehicle, but she's going way faster. Speed, the right angle, everything, and besides that, I'm dealing with like whiplash and shoulder
Yeah, the
pain, like
usual stuff. I got you.
yeah,
So yeah,
damage
so
to
she got a
both
citation
shoulders.
for failure to maintain lane, and now you about to get paid.
Yeah, so the lawyers, they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do, hit me back whenever they hit me back, whatever, get some money from the insurance company,
Well,
whatever.
you could probably do it yourself because I've gotten paid like $50,000 from insurance claims because all you got to do, number one, is if as soon as they get a citation, that automatically makes them at fault.
At fault.
So because they're at fault, the only thing you need to do is just call their insurance company and file a claim with their insurance company, and then the insurance company, well, they'll automatically try to negotiate with you to give you a lowball offer.
Yeah.
But as long as you can show them loss of wages and hospital bills, they'll be able to give you, they'll compensate you for your lost wages, and they'll compensate you for your hospital bills, and then they'll also negotiate pain and suffering.
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, so I'm sitting here and it's crazy. Like you go from a totally no pain, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't even get headaches. I'm like, bro, my fucking neck pain, and you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm in fucking neck pain, like I'm a running back or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like shoulder pain, like I was out there like I'm Kenneth Walker and running through the Patriots. You know what I mean? Just
Don't bring
but
that
it's
up.
cool though.
That was a horrible loss for me.
Oh
That-
yeah, nah,
Man,
bro. I don't know what.
that was the
Listen,
worst Super Bowl. I turned it off by half.
greater defense beats a good offense.
Well, they
Period.
both had good defense, but the
No,
key
one had a
was,
greater defense.
yeah, we know that. I mean, they both had great defenses, but as you said, I mean, I'm not going to put nothing against the LOD. I mean, the Legion of Boom, but at the same time, they both had good defenses. It was just that we had a second year quarterback versus, a veteran. So that's really what happened.
Bruh, they had. What do you mean? McDonald's been on there for 2 years. You're dealing with a 2-year coach.
We're not talking about the coach. I mean, we're talking about the two
Y'all.
quarterbacks. I mean, the quarterback was a veteran, and Drake is
Man, you ain't gonna. I'm not letting you do that to Drake, bro. Drake was that, bro. He was that wigger. You know what I'm
he
saying?
is good, but he's not. As
No.
I said, he's not experienced. This is what, his first Super Bowl going? Nah.
Is that the first time he went out there and threw a football? Come on, cleaner, stop it, bro.
As I said, that's my home team. I'm from Boston, so of
That's
course I'm rooting
quick.
for them.
My best friend, my little brother, is also a Bostonian, crazy ass. Oh, I can't be in public during the game because I'm gonna yell and scream at the top of my voice. like that's gonna change what the OC and the DC is deciding to call, bruh.
hmm
Yeah, they got bent over, okay, and they say, look, Cardi
Damn.
B, they said, look, Cardi B, take this dick, type shit, bro. They fucked the dog shit out of your team, like real talk, like goose eggs. You know what I mean? To the last 4 minutes of the game, that shit was wild. I didn't, I
The last
didn't see that
quarter,
coming,
yeah.
bro. That was
Nah, nobody
crazy.
saw that coming. Nobody saw it coming, but it happened. But I mean, hey, as I said, everybody else
Oh
got to
shit,
catch up.
that sound crazy. Saw that coming, huh? Cardi B saw it coming.
Pause.
Saw it coming. Let's go. That was crazy, bro. It was a great, bro. I want. You know what? What I did need to see is them two Boricuas. You know them Brujas dancing and shit on each other. That halftime, they were bogus for sliding that in there though. They slid
Mm.
that his lifestyle. They slid that in there. That was real slick, man.
I didn't see. I didn't even watch the halftime show. Because I'm here in Cartagena. They had a Super Bowl party here at Unc Jay's hotel.
Oh shit! Oh,
So
Clinton, you in Cartagena? Shit,
yeah, it's
man,
just
bro.
yeah,
If I was in Cartagena, man.
yeah.
Man, it
It's
be hot
lovely
as
out here.
fuck over there, bro. Dude, I can't do it, bro. Like honestly, when I'm in Carta, bro, dog, I don't even feel like going outside during the daytime, bro. Like
Yeah.
it just nasty, bro. That sun just be nasty, bro.
It's like Florida weather.
And
Like,
Yep.
I don't like Florida weather then.
Mm.
But the women in Florida and Carta, oh my God, bro. Except them big ones that KB is talking about. I don't know what, like, bro.
the big
Like
ones
my
are the
man,
Americans every time.
I can't
Nah,
believe
they
it,
got some
bro.
big Colombians too now. You
Bro,
know,
they don't
Where they
got
at? Where they
300
at?
pound Colombians, bro.
Hey, send me
That
the pictures. Stop it. Stop it, both of you.
I was just at the pizza shop and saw a linebacker serving me my limonada de coco.
Okay, you saw one, right? Exactly. One. What did KB? KB told us some art villain. How did KB become? You know what I'm saying, a villain? That big back, bro. You know what I'm saying? That big back got on top of him, and while she was on top of him, you know what I'm saying? He
well,
like some.
fucking
Hey, he like
Norbit.
some. I will never subject myself to this. I'm a superhero. He got the big back penguin queen on top of him.
The
Crazy.
penguin queen. That's funny.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you know what he's saying is fact. Like even my friend, he's a tennis player. He doesn't play professionally. He's casual. He's got visible six packs, and I be seeing what he'd be like, bro. You know, I pulled last night. You know, I was really out here,
And
and
then
I'm
he
like,
show it to
oh,
you.
really? Send me the photos, and then it's just some busted and disgusted. Like, man, I was looking
Mhm.
like he had this girl kissing all up on him. Like this girl jumped on him, and like you could kind of tell like he was really hard. Like it was hard for him to like
Horrified. He was
hold her up.
horrified. The
Hmm?
experience. He was horrified by the experience that
He
he
wasn't
subjected him.
horrified. He said, "Oh yeah, bro, I was pulling, bro. Pussy's pussy,
No, he
bro."
was drunk. No.
Nah, he
If
was.
you,
He doesn't drink. He doesn't drink. He doesn't drink.
oh no, bro, then
Oh,
he must
Then
do
what was he
drugs.
smoking?
For real.
Yeah,
Thank
He
bro.
don't
you.
drink, bro. He kind
He
of. It
was
was
on
like
some
a.
good.
You ever seen those
And you
lollipop
know what
commercials? You
though?
ever
You
seen
know
those
what,
lollipops? It's like big at the top, small at
bro?
narrow at the
No,
bottom.
that's terrible, bro.
It looked
No.
like that because like she jumped on
Yeah,
him,
and he
and it was
said
just
it
like
looked like
God.
that, y'all.
Damn.
Did y'all hear that? He said it looked like that. That's
Yeah.
wild. That's crazy, bro. When you calling a chick a it, woo.
But yeah, it was.
He said, what? It ain't like Florida weather. Thank you. Okay. All right. Thank you, Chalupa, bro. I swear to God, I know I was crazy. Yup. That heat and humidity is like Biloxi, Mississippi. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Or maybe the panhandle. Okay. That's because you know what? I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm telling you, that shit is on that coast. That whole northern coast of Colombia, bro. Nah, it's different, bro. It's different.
It's near the equator, so of course.
Yeah, I guess so, bro. I mean, I don't know, but I get. Well, I mean, you know what? I guess maybe it must be the altitude difference between Medi, because bro, Medi is just undefeated, bro. Like it's dude, I don't like I hate myself when I'm in like Cartagena, but but Santa Marta is way better. Like when the wind is blowing through the mountains, right? Like Santa Marta feels much better. Right? I'll tell you this right now. But compared to and Barranquilla, it feels much better too, right? But man, it's like Cartagena has like no breeze most of the time, or it's freaking flooded. You know what I'm saying? It's like flooding. Like this past couple weeks, like the rain has been crazy in all over Colombia. But man, bro.
Oh,
Hey, cleaner. What do the did they clean up the streets yet?
Where at?
In Cartagena, bro, all that rain that was there. Oh, you didn't know?
I mean, well, as I said, where I was at, it was flooding near the Hilton in Laguito, but where I'm at, where the hotel is at, there is no flooding because we're kind of like a little bit. We're 10 miles away from what's it called? Boca Grande.
10 miles.
Yeah, that's where he's. I'll just say this: the hotel that Miguel and Jay built out here is in a spot called Santa Monica, which is about 8 to 10 miles away from Boca
So it's
Grande.
in the city?
It's in the city, but it's it's okay if you understand where the walled city and the coast.
Yes, is it by the port?
It's the equivalent of being in North Miami. We'll just say it like that. So Boca Grande would be like Collins Road, South Beach.
Man,
so
bro,
we would be in North Miami. Okay, where are you from?
Dang. So this place is in the trenches then.
That's what I'm. Yes, bro. Yes, it is, bro.
Last October, it flooded here where I live at in Thailand.
Damn.
Some places it was above the houses, but at mine it was just like a few inches of water because I live on higher ground.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I like the high ground stuff.
Yeah.
Where you live at, Boxley?
Oh, I live in Fargo, North Dakota, away from Minneapolis, and all them crazy.
And hey, don't be trying to come at Minneapolis like that, man. Come on now.
Listen, I don't let the app. I don't let the murder app, the liberal app, the liberal loony. I don't left it to you. You can have them. They you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I don't want it. It's too cold. I'm just saying, bro. I'm here, man. You was born here, bro. This is yours.
No. I was born in Indiana. Yes, sir.
Is the mid in the geographical pole. Okay. God, that just happened in real time. Somebody tried to get me.
You know what? They waited until you were.
Was it Google? Because I just got hit with a charge by Google twice this week. I haven't called them to say deny because it just automatically got declined. But that's what it said on my when I got the notification. It said Google was trying to hit me, and I'm like, okay, I didn't order anything from Google.
Yeah, no, it was, believe it or not, and I hate to be racist, man. It was some motherfucker tried to goddamn shop at Nike.com.
Oh,
we know who was trying to shop at. If it was Bass Pro Shop, I couldn't say nothing. You know what I mean? But shopping at Nike, you know what I mean? They wanted the quarter zips and joints. So it is what it is.
No, the Techs. No, they wanted them Nike Techs.
Yeah, it was what? I think it was like 170.
When was the last time you broke out that specific credit card? When was the last time?
A lot of my cards I just use to move around money. So
did you go out to eat with it or anything like that? Where you had to hand it to a waitress?
I rarely go out. I'm gonna see now. Let's say Interest.
My man Charlie said.
I don't have any credit cards.
Is there
I
quick-
spent $34. I spent $34 at Bed Bath and Beyond on the 24th.
You were in the store and you handed her the card?
Yep.
There you go. So she was trying to get some Air Max.
Here's the key question. Was she black or white?
Yeah, I want
I
to
don't
hear
even
this.
remember.
Uh-huh.
Hey, see, because actually know the layout. I was at the mall in Minnetonka. No, that's Eden Prairie. I was at the mall in Eden Prairie, but Minnesota's so diverse to where you don't know. Now, here's the thing. I went to.
Yeah. It was probably.
Hold on. Now, if it showed to where I went to Caribou, because I did go to Caribou earlier, but I used my other card.
Oh man, what a
I
loony
just
liberal
found
got
American
you.
Spirit.
A loony got
That's probably what it is.
Y'all said black and
No
white.
problem.
How you know? Could have been Chinese or Hispanic or something.
Nah, man.
Bro,
Eden
come on,
Prairie-
man.
No, Adam. Eden Prairie is
No,
full
we're going
of
100%
a
stereotypical.
lot of
Adam.
mixed-
We're going stereotypes right here, right
Hey,
now. We're doing
There's
stereotypes.
all types of bad people in the world.
Yeah, that's what it is. Stereotype.
hey, no,
Bro, when
Charlie,
I
am I
when I
right?
hear somebody racing down the street in some piece of shit car, that ain't the white man doing it. I don't even need to see.
That's not true.
Oh,
There's a lot.
whoa. Come on now, KB. Come on now, KB.
Let's
Not
give it a
true.
Hey,
You sitting
Hey,
down
hey,
here.
that Randy
I mean, I know who it is. I don't need
It
to see.
all depends on where you grow up, because I know a lot of brothers that were souping up cars and shit. I was one of them.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, and we in Atlanta we call them ricers.
My brother had a 1970 Camaro with 50-inch slicks on the back. He had a 1964 Impala. I had a 1976 LT Camaro. Man, come on, stop.
Man, these weren't nice cars. They cut off their mufflers and stuff.
Yeah, we call that ricers. They trying to do the import tuners. You know what I'm saying? They get the
Rice rockets.
Yeah,
Gentlemen,
exactly.
hold
The
on.
rice rocket.
Leaving everyone out but KB.
Carl B, whenever you trying to get a raise at your job, they're gonna look this up. This gonna you gonna get a raise. You're not gonna be able to make partner behind that one.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like,
Yeah, we
you know,
can
that
hear you
nigga's
with you,
exactly
with you.
right. Give him a raise. Give him a raise right now.
They're gonna be like, hey, it's gonna be some shit that you just said 20 years ago and you were just playing. And they be like, you said this.
Yo,
Hey,
But
who knows?
listen, they removed those charges immediately.
That's cool.
They definitely removed those charges. So, yeah.
I try to
I'm not
deal in
tripping.
cash.
But that's
with
why I
most of my
love credit though,
transactions.
because bro, you guys are hilarious. 80s. Yeah, shout out to you, bro. We man, we just be kicking it over here, man. Everything we do is we trying to restore manhood, you know what I mean? One gentleman at a time, man. And one thing
Hey, look,
we definitely do over here is we don't have to all be in the group. What'd you say?
Luke Filipino. It looks
I
like
couldn't hear you.
I'm trying to figure out if he's Filipino and he's in the Philippines or if he's an American.
Or American Filipino.
But regardless where you're from, bro, appreciate you pulling up, man. That's what we do over here, man. We try to keep it peaceful over here. We could not all agree, but we can disagree with each other in a civil matter. You know what I mean? Ain't no sense of talking about each other's mamas or you know what I mean, trying to curse somebody out or call them all out. Like we're over 500 miles apart from each other, so getting rough with each other doesn't make any sense, at least to me.
Charlie.
I don't have to.
Charlie.
I don't have to agree with somebody to rock with, as long as they're respectful.
Gentlemen.
That's a fact.
Oh, hold on.
That's a fact.
Gentlemen, can I ask y'all a question?
That's a gang picture you just put up, didn't you, KB?
No. Well, that's me, bro. What are you talking about? KB putting up a gang picture. Put up a gang picture.
No, KB got the blue apple. I kind of that's a symbolism for something. You know what I mean?
Oh man, he had the blue apple the last time he was on. You don't know that?
I'm talking about. I'm finna give you the Summer Jam screen. Y'all look like some bikers on there.
So no, hold on,
okay, that's y'all in Colombia. Okay,
yeah, that's us in Colombia. So no, I wanted to say, you know, it's crazy, right? I wanted to ask the other brothers, except, you know, I'm pretty sure Adam has been called this before. In the community, am I the only one that has been called a white boy?
What you mean?
Period.
I
Cleaner.
think he means Uncle Tom.
No, just you like art, you like history. Oh, you like
No,
cars
you
that
ain't the
make
only
a
one. Look at me, bro. I get
Huh?
called
No,
that.
not me.
Listen
I've
to
never
how
been
I-
called a white boy. I've been called
Oh,
corny, but not a white
Yeah.
boy.
Listen to the way I talk, my pronunciation. I'm in
Same
art. I'm
difference.
in music. I listen to
It's
rock. I
definitely
listen to
pronunciation, bro.
country.
So
I
that's
listen
yes,
to a whole
right?
bunch of shit. Oh, hell yeah, I get called
So
that
okay,
all.
yeah. Charlie, have you ever been called? I know you from Mississippi, but you actually read books and
He
come
said
on,
you
man.
actually read books. Oh, shit.
No, they
He
get,
really
I
going
can tell you
crazy.
what people that
He really going
what they've
stereotypes
told
today.
me down south. What they've told me down south. They'll be like, I don't talk like you. I'll be like, how do I talk? They like, you talk proper. I talk regular.
Yes,
I'm like,
correct.
nigga, what the fuck does regular mean?
Okay,
You know
so
what I
yes,
mean?
they're
Like,
low key
because I
calling you a white
pronunciate
boy.
my
Gotcha.
words.
Yes,
Yeah,
same
I
thing
guess.
here.
Yeah,
Yes,
I got hands though. I tell them, you know, I'm from down south, and the first thing that come out, you can't whoop my ass though.
exactly.
That's the first thing that will come out of my
Hey,
mouth.
Charlie, exactly.
Yeah, call
So
me what
again,
you want. You can't whoop
look,
my ass, shit.
like you said, you got to come out that classroom.
That's a
So,
fact. You
hey,
gotta come out.
KB,
Yeah.
have you been called a white boy?
Yeah, probably in like elementary school.
Okay, thank you. All right, I knew I wasn't crazy. Now, Cleaner,
Yeah, no.
you telling me ain't nobody said no low key type of you ain't black, you ain't as black as me.
No, because remember,
No?
I'm a dark skinned Negro, so they ain't never gonna say that about me. But also, I don't listen. As I said, I don't listen to alternative music. I listen to hip hop, R&B,
man.
reggae.
Hey,
So
man,
the
don't
only
be
thing that
talking
they
about my
gonna say is he's a corny nigga, but they ain't gonna say he's a corny wannabe white nigga. That's what they ain't gonna say.
So you telling me you don't like
Well,
Nirvana?
here's the thing, though.
No,
In contrast
hell
to that,
no.
growing up, I listened to
hell no.
country. I'm from Mississippi.
Hey, Cleaner. Hey,
So I
Cleaner, when
listen
I
to
get
Garth
you, I'm
Brooks. I
biting you.
listen to Hootie and the Blowfish.
What?
Say it
Oh
again.
God, bro.
You say who?
I'm saying yes. I'm saying yes, bro. If you don't like that, I don't know. How could you not like what? Look, if it sound good, I think a lot of people just are just lying, Charlie. I think they're lying, bro.
I can't dance to Nirvana. I
listen
can't
to
dance
whatever.
to no
I'll tell you
Nirvana.
when it
I
comes to
can't wind up on no chick at the club and grind up on her behind to some
That's not the time for that.
Nirvana. So I don't want to listen to it. Sorry.
Cleaner.
Get it out of my
I got you. Check it out. Listen.
Cleaner probably only deal with white women, with black women. That's probably what it is.
The black of the berry.
Hell nah, bro. I don't deal with black women. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro.
Wait a minute. Hold on. So wait. That big backstory was a big white girl?
Nah, that was a big black girl. But you know what you do out of desperation, bro, that don't necessarily be you. You know what I'm saying?
That's equivalent to being drunk. I give them that. That's equivalent to being drunk.
Bro.
You know, it's like when you not out of
Everything
options,
look
when
like
you out of options, you just like whatever. But like if you really got options, you like, give me the white one.
Hey, you know
Honestly, wouldn't it have been better to rent a girlfriend for an hour or two?
Damn,
you know what? You're right.
Yeah, because
I wised up to that later on, though.
I mean, if you're desperate,
yeah, you listen.
Bro.
I can tell you this because, nah, shout out to Boxley because he was right. Everybody go through that, but don't nothing hurt than you lowering your standards and you get curved. Don't nothing hurt more than that. Like, damn, I gotta take the nigga.
God, bro.
Curve you,
man.
Motherfucking bottom fell out.
Preach, bro. We talking about like,
hey, that when the nigga be in the shower, damn near holding himself like in the arms of an angel.
Hey, Charlie.
I drove out to LA. I was in the Marine Corps. I drove out to LA by myself.
walk out the shower with a hole in the soap.
I was going to be kicking it with this one chick, but I got there a day early. So I went to the club, I couldn't find anything, so I picked up on a big girl. That was my one night stay before I met him the other day.
bro.
I ain't paid for the hotel room.
When I first moved to Thailand, I spent a year in Chiang Mai. That's how I met my wife. But I was also part of an expat group. This guy, he's about 70, 72 years old that came into Chiang Mai, and he came to one of the meetings. And he found out that you can buy Viagra through a pharmacy without prescription.
It was over, huh? It was
This
over.
is
He was excited.
This is actually a sad story. You could look at the guy. He had bruises on him. He didn't look healthy at all. And we was trying to tell him that he should get himself, at least get checked out by a doctor to make sure that he's healthy enough to take Viagra. He told us to mind our own effing business. He went and got that Viagra. And I say it's like about 4 or 5 days later, we hear something about where he died in a hotel with a girl that he paid to be with. I'm just trying to figure out how to say it nicely.
Shit, he died after me.
He died with a pro.
Like I was telling y'all, I went to the public hospital here. Got to sell the doctor, got my test, 8 medications for a month, $21. That's a $21 is cheap when you put it up against your life to see if you're healthy enough to take Viagra. At least I would think.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Well,
go ahead.
Einen said this whole live is a sad story, but listen, it's not a sad story. I think the reason why guys in America they get into so much trouble is because they do too much capping. Tell it what it really is. They do too much capping where it's like, oh, nigga, I'm out here. I get the baddest chick, man. They all over me. Like I see them at the club all the time, and they go home and they leave with nothing, and they go beat their meat. But they really want to pretend like that's just not really happening.
Hey, Carl,
and that's the problem.
What they do when they get home,
bro? Because I was there, bro. I was doing it too, bro. I went,
Yeah, you ain't got to go that far into detail, KB. But what I will say is this, bro. Over here, bro, we specialize in just keeping it real.
I'm married.
We specialize in real, bro.
KB,
like
this is really
everybody that went through a dry spell. If you a man and you say you haven't been through a dry spell, I will say you lying because everybody's been through a dry spell, bro.
Yeah, and the thing too is like that's the problem.
Pretty boys, light skin with brown eyes, and they done had dry spells, bro. It just happened. It just happened as a man, bro. You know what I mean?
Even guys with women, they go through the dry spells the most. you just have a girlfriend and still be in a dry spell.
Being a young man.
Like, the thing isn't even the dry spells. The problem I have with a lot of guys here is they'll be like, "Oh, I'm pulling," and I'm like, "All right, show your work," and then they show me like something that I'm just like. Show your work, bro. And then like they show me and I'm like, bro, this is what I wouldn't even say anything about this, bro. If I'm being honest, like these are big. Like and I'm just like, dude, at this point it's like you might as well just pay, man. You might as well just pay.
Yeah, he said, look, we're gonna be honest, just pay.
Why? I'm because I'm just like
I'm just gonna be honest with you, pay to play.
Listen, you can't tell me you get a girl and her BMI is more than you.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying it's like dudes they'll be dating a girl and they're like, hey, I met this girl, blah, blah, blah. I'm really out here like that. And then I see the photo and the girl weighs as much as them. And I'm just like, come on, bro. What are you saying right now? He's 180 pounds. She's 180 pounds. So it's sad, but it's like that's the problem. Dudes aren't being honest about what it's really like. So then when you say you could go overseas, dudes are like, oh, you just might not be getting anything. You just might not. And I'm just like, dude, be honest about what you're getting, but don't pretend like, you're getting really a lot more than you're really getting. If you are, good for you. But I've seen guys who 6'5". I mean, guy looks like he came out of a model cover. And he spent the whole night getting rejected, basically. I knew him and his buddy. And then the man went off alone. And then he was on Tinder. I guess he got some late night booty call, and he went over there. But yeah,
going overseas doesn't magically fix your problems.
that shit magically fixed my problems. I ain't even gonna lie.
You have to fix yourself.
That shit magically fixed my problem. I got there in less than a week, bruh. I was just like, this is it. That shit magically fixed my problem. I ain't even have to do anything.
Yeah,
Same picture,
okay,
same
but-
everything.
And how long did that last?
You every time you go over there. See, but what y'all got to understand is because he said it on live, so I repeat it. KB is like a 23-year-old that makes 70,000-80,000 a year. So
Yeah, he's young, got that testosterone kicking in.
You know what I mean? And he got that bread kicking in too. So
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I could see that working out for him. But just because here's the thing, I would hate to be his age and have to date in this environment now. I would hate to, because back in the day, like a good dinner or just going out, taking the chicks to the movie or something like that, nothing just super expensive would get you in there. You could really get to know somebody. But nowadays, these chicks talking about, oh, on the first date, you need to take me to goddamn it, Copa, what's that? Goddamn it,
Nobu,
Ocean Air, or goddamn it, what's that other shit? Not Copeland's. I don't know why I want to keep saying Copeland's, but Papados and shit like that. That's just crazy. Like, I don't even know you, and you want me to spend $200 and $300 on you? Like, baby, I'm saving my money for marriage. Just the way you want to be with your body, I'm gonna be with my money.
Charlie, the last 2 matches I ever got here in the United States before I deleted the apps, one was looking for a drug dealer to deal some. She was trying to buy something off of me, and I'm like, I'm not that. And then the other one was this one was she had a good personality, really good personality. But like when I'm talking to her and I'm just like, bro, I'm doing too much now. So I just had to unmatch. But this one, God, Jesus, bro. Even I felt kind of bad, even like staying in the situation as long as I did too. But that's just America in a way.
Was she a big girl?
That's why I said she had a good personality. Because I didn't want to say that.
Yeah, I heard the personality. That's why I asked, was she a big girl?
I lied. She actually didn't have a good personality. She was kind of awful, but like she was, oh my God.
So then you just top because she had a cute face and maybe some big old, knockers.
Not even. I was just swiping right because I was getting zero on Hinge. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna waste my time.
Hey, this is KB's way of getting cheap therapy. The way he just.
Why would you pay for something?
No, I didn't pay for Hinge. It was free, so I wasn't gonna use it. My buddy was like, you should try it, and I'm like, I don't really want to use it. And he's like, listen, it's free. It's not gonna cost you anything, so you might as well just do it. So I did it, and I just realized I'm like, this is a waste of time. So I just swipe right on everything. And then sometimes you hit something.
Let the chips fall where they may.
Exactly, man.
Why pay for something that Chad's gets for free?
What you mean?
Why pay for something? Pay for something Chad's.
Because I earned the money. That's why. The hell? I'm gonna spend it on what I want to spend it on. Shit.
And where hasn't that gotten you?
Listen. I've heard this line of questioning before from a friend of mine, and he was like,
I've been in your position. I've been dated girls I shouldn't have, been desperate, just like you have. I'm just asking you personally.
No, because you can't.
Me personally, if I can answer that question, it got me just what I paid for, a decent night.
Exactly.
Like, that's all I be wanting. It's like, if you paying a female money and you looking for a future with her, I think that's something to be said about your frame of thinking. You know what I mean?
But
some people like, go ahead.
If you put a lot of money into a girl and she doesn't put out, like I said earlier, it's cheaper just to rent a girlfriend for about an hour or two.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was getting
I
that.
100% agree. Now, here's the thing. What I will say about that is, in America, I've never done that. I've never done it, but in the DR,
I
I seen a
never,
chick so fun. Go ahead.
I never done it in my life. I never cheated, never paid a girl outright for sex.
You see,
I'm glad you
the
said
thing-
outright because
Yeah.
but I mean but here's my thing. This is how, because my first time leaving out of the country, I went to Sewell, and it was a chick down there that was like, she was literally so goddamn beautiful and stuff like that. And she said a little whatever, this, that, and the third. I said, bro, if I was in America, I would pay 3 times that with me and her going out to eat, and I wouldn't even have a guarantee of nothing. You see what I'm saying? So that being said, and then it's just, I tell people this. Let me give me about 30 seconds and I'll land this plane. I tell people this. I used to work on cars when I was younger, just because it was out of necessity. But when I started coming into a little money, I would gauge it 2 ways. If I got more time than I got money, I have no choice but to work on my car. But if I got more money than I got time, it's better for me to pay somebody to work on my car. By more money than time, which means that if I make $200 an hour and it's gonna take me 3 hours to fix this car, and I could just pay somebody $150, it's smarter to just pay somebody $150. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So that's where my line of thinking comes in, and everybody's different. You know what I mean? But my whole thing is, and I guess that's where the other scream that came in, not judging people for what they do, because everybody do it for a different reason. Like the name of the other scream before YouTube had cut it off is, are you traveling for love or are you traveling for peace? You know what I mean? Me personally, I'm traveling.
I don't judge anybody. I just say.
No, I'm not saying that you did. I'm just speaking for just like in general. You know what I mean? So it just is what it is, because it's a lot of people that get on here and do judge people.
If we talking in general, all relationships cost money. You just choose what you are willing to invest in.
Exactly. And it's funny that you said that, because I was sitting here and I was talking to a female on Tinder, and she was trying to, hit me with all of that, can you hear me?
No, we can hear you. I was talking to Lee Major.
The
he
man
said
is,
think his mic wasn't working. I told him we couldn't hear him. But continue, Black Cleaner, my bad.
oh, okay. So, she's trying to hit me with her game about, a real man is a generous man and all of this and all of that. And I was trying to explain to her, I don't invest in slot machines. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what really what a woman is. And a lot of times when you're dating them with the hopes that you're going to get something. It's like playing the slots. If you notice, most men, when they go to the casino, you barely see men at the slot machines. You always see them at, playing poker. You see them, shooting craps. You see them playing blackjack. Why? Because those things have a certain amount of skill that if you're good, you'll be able to, beat the odds. And that's what we do. We're since we think logical, we're more pronounced to take, calculated risks based on what we're able to do. Women are mostly emotional, so they're the ones that like to play the slot machines. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with, when we're dealing with women. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to just, throw our money into the wind and see what happens. Maybe we get some, maybe we don't. That's silly.
That's a fact. I like the way you put that, Black Cleaner.
Bruh.
Hey,
I think,
man, I've been saying that for a long time. Like, what? Like, I'm driving and throwing money out, you know what I'm saying, out the window. Like, what? Come on, man. That's crazy.
You know what? That's just like, in my opinion, that's just like playing interest. Y'all guys know how I look at interest on your credit card. It's like setting your money on fire. In fact, it'll be better off setting on fire. At least you could get some warmth from it, but just paying interest on your credit card, you're not even getting warmth from it. That's just sucking you dry. But I digress. Go ahead, Adam.
I don't have any credit cards or debt. But I usually say this: men don't make good leaders because they're always the smartest person in the room. They make good leaders because they can make tough decisions when it counts. A lot of women, they base their decisions on emotions and stuff like that, feelings, and that doesn't really work in reality.
Hey, man, you stop cooking with hot grease now, Adam. You stop cooking with hot grease.
No, that's what's up. That makes sense.
I'm telling about he
That definitely makes sense. But
cooking right
here's
there.
the thing: I think that's what plagued us a lot, and that's why me as an adult man, because I didn't understand this when I was a young boy becoming a man. I don't argue with women no more because you won't win that because they're arguing out of feelings, and you're a man argue out of logic. Logic doesn't
Exactly.
change, but feelings do. So she will always be able to move that goalpost. Always.
Man, that
So what-
man, this conversation triggers me. Charlie. See, Charlie knows it always triggers me. This type of, because to me it's just like I think that's kind of the problem too. That's like a problem where I think, you know, we're kind of going into an era where I think a lot of women want to be treated a certain way. They want to be treated fairly and whatnot. But it's like you can't, like, to say it's like, oh, you know, I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna argue out of my emotions and I'm gonna just do this and that. It's like that's child. That's like children. You know, it's like I don't like that.
Really is.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Because you're an
KB,
adult.
you know
You
what's
know what I'm
crazy?
saying?
Is
I
that
know
if
what.
you tell if you tell them that they're arguing like a child or out of feelings, they're going to gaslight you on acknowledging that. They're like, "Oh, what do you
Yeah.
mean? I'm a grown woman. What? Huh?
I forgot how
You just
that
started
this
5 sentences with the word "I feel," and you want to say that you're a grown woman. It doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I forgot.
and then like they try to justify it too. Like they'll do something crazy, and it's like, well, you know, you kind of made me feel like that. You know, you made me feel like that. I'm like, I didn't. What you mean? I made you
I
feel
forgot
like
who it
that?
was, but I forgot who it was, or there's somebody on. But I think I seen the same thing. A dude called his woman cheating, and the first thing she went into is what he did, and he called her cheating. You see what I'm saying?
It's
He went to work every day. He wasn't paying
Yeah,
me
he's
a
lonely while he's at work for the working
he's
for
Yeah.
the
lonely while
bills
he's
and the fees.
working.
Yeah, you know, and it's funny sometimes the way they frame it. They'll be like, "Oh, you know, you paying all the bills, you taking care of everything," but like that's financial abuse because I don't got my money. I just sit here and don't work, and they'll
I
look at
forgot
you
how
with a
this.
straight face and they'll
I
say,
forgot how the story went.
Go ahead, Adam. My bad. Then I'll say.
I forgot how the story went, but these women went to a store, and each level had different grades of men.
Oh,
Some
yeah,
of them got
I
a little
heard
bit,
this
little
one.
bit
The
better.
candy store, man. The
When
candy
they
store.
finally got to the top floor, trying to pick the best man possible, they just said simply head back down because this man doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You know, fantasy versus reality.
Yep. Here's a little age test. If you guys could read that and don't hear Michael Jackson's voice, we could tell you young.
Oh, I don't even sound the same from when I had my
win.
strokes.
I know what song that was. I don't remember.
I'm just saying,
what.
like from the Wiz, if you remember when
The
Michael
way
Jackson
you
was the Scarecrow and he was on the West singing that song, "You Can't Win."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a little age test. Shout out to you. What's that friend zone? Yeah, though, man. It's just I think the more men be men is the more that women gonna have to force to be women. Just because with this economy and everything, or just this state of the world, like we let so much shit slide because of feelings and things of that nature. Just like we were talking about, we want jobs and shit like that. Y'all only want the best job that the top 1% of men get. Y'all don't want the plumber's job. Like, the plumbers got in in the women in the man field, what 10 to 1 for every 10 man plumbers, you might find one woman plumber, but they're not trying to make it equal as far as that go. They just want the top percent of jobs. That's just like they talking about the WNBA Woj Church talking about pay us what you owe us. Are you high? If anything, y'all owe us. They subsidize y'all. Y'all don't make enough money, and y'all talk about the money that got them. And it's mainly women that talk about the money that women make in the WNBA. And guess what kills that argument? Okay, well, if you want them to make so much money, name 5 WNBA players. Oh, you can't do it? Well, that's why they're not making that money.
Because people watch men men watch men basketball? How many people
Not only
actually
do they
watch
watch
women
basketball, they
basketball?
buy jerseys, they buy their shoes, they
So-
buy goddamn NBA packages. They do all of that stuff. That's why men get the money that they get for playing basketball.
Exactly.
And when it was funny, it's mostly men who are coming out to watch the WNBA games anyways.
Shout out
Women
to
don't buy tickets.
The
They
whole
don't buy
thing is,
tickets.
and this is where it comes down with femininity. They believe that men should always bail out a woman. But if you're a feminist, then you're as equal as us. Why do we need to bail you out of something you said
Man,
you were
preach,
big enough
bro.
to do on your own?
Preach.
You know,
I'm
you're
not.
getting that kind of money. You don't deserve that kind of money. You don't get paid that kind of money.
Shit, the only one who are feminists are the ones who go to college and get good or come from good families and a decent amount of money. That's it.
Say that. The only ones that are feminists are
Earlier-
the ones that are not physically attractive.
But what
Oh,
Charlie
that's
was saying
true.
earlier is
That's what I would
absolutely
say.
true.
The feminists are
Women,
rarely
even
physically
with-
attractive.
Even with feminism, women have the same percentage of the same type of jobs they had before feminism even came out. They were still teachers. They were still in certain positions, HR, clerks. These different jobs that they have, they still have.
Tony,
It didn't liberate them to want to, like you said, become plumbers. Go out there and do. Now, there's an occasional woman that jumps out there and does that, but it's few and far between. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, the feminism wasn't about equality as far as getting a job. It was just them in the positions they were in wanting more money. Now, yeah, you can consider them wanting to be CEOs, but women that own businesses back in the day were CEOs too. You know, so that was the whole game.
Hey Tony, well, sorry, Ronan and Charlie. I wanted to add to that. I'd heard something last week that was super powerful. Most women they're not a part of the development and the creation aspect of businesses, right? The hard work, right? The planning, right? Even though they're good at multitasking, right? You know what I'm saying? They're naturally good at what they multitask at, right? But when we're talking about creating the plumbing company, getting your master's, becoming being an apprentice plumber, bro, they don't do the work, right? But then at the end, they want to again come in like they didn't create .com. Now, where were the women during the .com? But they all want to be the CEOs of Google, Yahoo, AOL, and then they run these businesses into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
A thing too that because I've noticed this too, especially in my field of accounting where it's almost 50-50 equality or the amount of men and women in the field. The problem I tend to have with a lot of women, especially women who, you know, they have the income, they're at that level, it's they still expect traditional roles, but at the same time they want to be modern women. I don't have a problem with a woman being a modern woman, but it's like it can't be that the guy has to run by these stipulations while you basically are a wild horse on the prairie, where you basically get to live the life that you want to live, but he's restricted. So I asked this woman one time, I think I might have told the story. She was a partner, almost a partner. She was making probably $140,000 a year. And we were eating lunch, and I said, well, you know, she's 33 and she still thinks she's going to have kids and whatnot. And I said, well, would you be okay with the income that you make and everything that you have? Would you be okay with the guy who makes $60,000 a year? You know, he only makes that, or he's only going to be middle income. Would you be okay with something like that? And you live out your life with that person. And she's like, oh yeah, I'll be okay with it as long as he's ambitious. It's always something like that. And ambition to them is like, oh, he's in his final year of medical school. That's ambition to them. Or some shit where they think that he's gonna be able to, you know, hit it big or hit a lick quick, and he's gonna be able to have this high earning career and, you know, be at the same level of status as them. So it's like they got all these damn benefits, but then when they got the benefits, they're like, no. but you still have to provide. I think that's bullshit. It's either, there is inequality and, we treat men and women different, or we're all fucking equal, or else it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? And right now, it doesn't work. You can't have it both ways. You can make the income, but you have to do what comes with making the income. You can't just tell the man that he's still supposed to take care of you, even when you have the high income, you have the programs and everything else now. You know what I'm saying?
Project Save a Hole.
Real
Charlie's
quick, guys,
muted.
man. Real quick, guys. Hold on, right fast. Shout out to my good brother Lee Majors. Pulled up, man. Haven't said nothing. How you doing, Lee Majors?
Hey,
He's muted.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm just
What's up,
listening
Lee
to the
Majors? How
fellas.
you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm just listening.
Okay. Appreciate you showing up, man. Just want to tap in with you, man. Make sure that you know we see you. You know what I mean? Appreciate you pulling up, good brother.
Appreciate that. Appreciate it. I'm just listening. I'm gonna chime in a minute.
Okay, well, take your time. It's never no pressure with you, bro. Let me ask y'all this, because that was the original question when it came to the first stream that I did tonight before YouTube closed it down. And they only closed it down when I started having people pull up for some reason. What did you start at KB, and then we're gonna go to Adam, Ronan, Boxley, Black Cleaner, then Lee Major. What do you guys travel for when it comes to traveling? Is it love or peace? KB, you want to start that off?
yeah. I would say now, I never really traveled for love. I would say it would be peace, because the United States, at least now, bro, it's chaos, constant chaos. You see it on the news, you see it on the social media. I found that when I was in Colombia, I don't think for that entire month I was there, I ever had to raise my voice once. Not even once. When I come back to the United States, day one, I'm already screaming and yelling. And, when you talk to family, right? For example, when you have family that they're not in that mind state, you're coming back relaxed. You come back to America and you're almost soft spoken, like you're not screaming and whatnot. But then you come back around family and they just start screaming, and you could tell like they're at that, like a high energy level, and you're way at the bottom over here. So now you could be speaking, and to them it's like you're not even saying anything, because they're just used to kind of like that hyper aggressive scream and just argue to get your point across. Even with the women too, I don't think I've ever had to raise my voice at a woman in Medellin, ever. But in America, nigga, I'm mad constantly. So
Sure.
yeah, it's definitely more peaceful overseas.
I agree. Nicely put. Adam, you want to add to that?
Well, I mainly went overseas initially because of the lower medical costs. I consider everything else in my life a blessing. I'm happily married. I'm debt free. I don't have any regrets.
Hold on, Adam, right fast. Hey, Adam, if you could pause for a second. Somebody that's in the back office, if you could show your face, I would gladly let you up. But what does that say? Snap Insta? Is that your people running?
No, that's me, and that's a video I'm going to play when it's my turn.
Oh, okay. My apologies. I just seen a woman. I was like, okay. She looked like she on business. So let me make sure I can see her. But Adam, please continue.
Like I was saying, I'm happy with no regrets, and I would say you must find peace with yourself first before you can actually find true love. And true love doesn't happen overnight. It's something that grows over time. The longer you with somebody, the stronger that love can become. If you're both adding value to the relationship, treating each other properly. I tell people to wake up every single day, willing to love and commit to each other every single day. And if you don't have that, then you might want to think about another relationship, you know. And what I say is based on my advice is based on my life experiences. It doesn't mean that it's right for everybody. And I just leave it at that.
I agree. Nicely said. I agree. Nicely said, Adam. You want me to pull that up for you right fast, Ronnie?
Yeah, go ahead and pull that up, and then I'll make a comment. It's based off of what Adam was saying. I went and got the video he was talking about.
Okay.
New York City. It's called the Husband Store. And you can go there and shop for a husband. There's 6 floors in this store. You can only visit each floor one time.
Oh, yeah, that's
though.
nice. I seen that. Go
And
ahead.
each floor you go up, the value increases. You may choose any item from any particular floor, but you can go up a floor, but you cannot go back down. So there was a woman who went to the husband store to find herself a husband. On the first floor, the sign on the door read, "These men have jobs." That sounded good. These men have jobs. Floor 2 says, "These men have jobs and love kids." Floor number 3 said, "These men have jobs, love kids, and are extremely good looking." Wow, she thought, this is sounding pretty good, but I'm compelled to go on to the next floor. Well, she does go to the 4th floor, and the sign reads, "These men have jobs, love kids, are drop dead, good looking, and they help with the housework." Oh, mercy me, she said, I can hardly stand it. Still, she said, I've got to go on. She went to the 5th floor. "These men have jobs, love kids, are drop dead, gorgeous, help with the housework, and have a very strong romantic streak." But she couldn't stand it. She decided she had to just find out what was on floor number 6. Floor number 6 said, "You are visitor 31,456. To this floor, there are no men on this floor. This floor exists solely as proof that women are impossible to please."
Touchdown. And that's the point. Women
That's
are
sadly the
impossible to please. And this has been the dawn of time. You go back, if you're biblical, and you go back to Adam and Eve, you have the Garden of Eden. You have God who fashioned Eve out of a rib of Adam, which means she knows he's her creator. He told her one thing or two: listen to Adam and don't touch this tree. Don't eat of the fruit of the forbidden fruit. Okay. It only took one serpent, the devil, to convince her everybody's fucking lying and you need to go ahead and try that fucking apple. Curiosity will always kill a woman when it comes to her being satisfied. She's always thinking of something else. Always for men, analytically, we know there's a certain
Your voice is distorted.
Yep, you going in and out.
Yeah, that electronic sound.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm having a bad connection because of influence or what, but all will not be satisfied. You have multi-billion.
Yeah, Ronnie, you going in and out. You sound like a robot.
Yeah.
I can't understand what he's saying.
Yeah,
But-
we can't hear you.
But what's crazy is the people
You
that
want to drop down
just-
and come back up, Ronnie? Because it sounds like even your picture has gotten distorted.
what is crazy is the people that will eat the forbidden fruit for a second time.
Yep, and they'll do it. But let's continue on. Let's give
Hold on. I want to say something too. Hold on. Because I gotta say this. Because this is also another problem that I noticed, right? Because it's like, I want to mark what he just said. He's like, listen, when has it becomes a man's responsibility or anyone's responsibility to please a woman? I'm not talking about, in the bedroom, but I mean, if you want to be pleased, go to a movie. But it's not really my responsibility as a guy who, as a husband or a boyfriend, to please you, to entertain you. You get what I'm saying? It's like not every, because I think we as guys, we kind of understand that, there's a limit. Like, you don't expect some person to entertain you, treat you, and just show you a good time just for being a man. Why is that an expectation that is acceptable for a woman, especially in this day of equality? You get what I'm
Is that
saying?
is that rhetorical?
I'm just saying in general, like we
Yeah,
just
that's
need to
Yeah.
stop doing shit like that. We just need to stop
I
doing that.
Am I
I
saying okay?
agree, and I have a comment, but I want them
But
to
what
go through the
you
panel.
just brought in a whole foreigner from out the country and gave her and let her bite the forbidden apple. Now she's gonna be like everybody else running around this motherfucker. Thinks she need to be pleased. So
Hold on.
you much proud of the problem as she is.
Oh, hold on. I'm different. I'm
KB.
different. Hear me out. Hear me out. This isn't some girl from Tinder or someone that I met overseas.
Shit.
This is somebody who was
Can y'all hear me?
introduced to me to a friend, so it's a bit of a different thing. If
Yes.
this was somebody that I was dating, then she would have had to stay her ass over there.
Hey, dude. That's a fact. But y'all let Boxley go, and then Black Cleaner and Lee Majors if he wants.
Ronan didn't finish what he
Can I
was
finish
saying.
what I was saying?
Oh,
Am
my
I
bad.
coming
My apologies, Ronan.
You go ahead.
That's when you had went out. But please continue.
through? Am I clear now? That's the big
Yeah,
deal.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what I was saying was it doesn't matter. You have billionaires, multi-billionaires. They're still getting divorced. You have Adam and Eve, where Eve still ate of the fruit after one serpent, which is Satan, told her to go ahead and bite it, even though her creator told her not to. So does God know that women have a streak of disobedience? Even to
Mhm.
common?
He
Absolutely.
should know. He created.
So if
him.
you know God knows this, why are we expecting anything different? The best thing you can do is possibly vet a woman to know what her mentalities are, establish some ground rules and roles within the relationship, and keep checking in through communication and be honest.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. People are going to change with time and exposure to different things. If you're dating somebody overseas, obviously your type of money is something she's not used to. If you leave with your money, then she automatically thinks that money just grows on trees. She doesn't know how hard you had to work to get it. Don't expose too much to a woman that you're dating overseas. You shouldn't be exposing that much to women in America. But again, as a level of expectation, you got to pay for their nails, their hair, and all this other stuff to go on a date. But who set that standard? Simps that wanted to go on a date with this particular woman because they felt like they couldn't get it from anywhere else, which is sad.
And you know what's crazy about that? Some men give those women overseas total access over their bank accounts and stuff like that, where the money is at.
Oh, hell.
And then they wonder why all the money is gone.
That's the whole thing. They've never grown up around that kind of money. You got to have some fiduciary fucking responsibility even to be around that type of money, and you have to kind of groom them into it. You can't just let them have full-blown access to shit like that. They don't know how to do it. How did you act when you first started coming into money? You blew it left and right because you didn't know how to control it. You thought it was always going to be there for you, and then you started realizing through your mistakes, God damn it, I got to tighten up on this or it's going to get away from me. That's the same thing when you go to a different culture and you have all this money that you make, which translates to a lot of money to them, especially if they're barely making $300 to $500 a fucking month. And then you expose them to all these grand things that they've never had exposure to in their lives. And you expect any other fucking action beside what they're doing?
$300 to $500 is about the average for Southeast Asian.
That's
people.
your fault. That's not her fault. That's your fault.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Agreed. I very, very well said. But at the same time, I'm with that too, Ronan. I think a lot of the blame is on the men. Like on National Geographic, who do you blame? The lion or the zebra that got caught and ate? You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. It is what it is. It's the circle of life. If you there to be a sucker, and don't get mad when she treats you like a sucker. Don't get mad when you're damn near bone dry and you like, oh, I thought she would come around. Come around to what?
And a lot of these cultures, a lot of these women are average at best to them because there are so many other beautiful women around. But you guys come there and you treat them like, oh my God, these girls. No. And that's why locals are looking at you like, you think that's fine? You don't know about Maria that's over here in the other province that's like bad as fuck and don't even fuck with you guys because she don't hang out in the bad areas. She don't hang out in the clubs. She don't hang out in the fucking prostitute areas. But those are the ones you guys are saying are badass. The real ones are out in the province.
Yeah.
You know, I used to know when we came into port for the Philippines in Olongapo, we were stationed in Subic Bay. Okay, so Olongapo
Subic.
The
Barrio Barreto.
The Olongapo City is the city right outside of Subic Bay, the base. Okay, so when we would be pulling into port, because sometimes there would be 2 or 3 ARGs. That means anywhere from 3 to 5 ships each ARG coming in with anywhere from 2 to 5,000 fucking individual Marines and Navy guys coming out into this one little fucking city. It's like Las Vegas on a fucking weekend. Let's put it that way. If they weren't calling girls from out of the province into that city, it would have been a fucking a bath, a bloodbath of brothers that just are bent because they've been on water for anywhere from 60 to 90 days and they're looking for something. And you know what I mean by something. Okay, so they would literally strategize with the clubs and everything to make sure they had enough girls to handle the men that were coming into that port. That's how strategic some of this gets when they know about what you guys are out to do.
Mm.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree.
Them girls that are in the bigger cities and the holiday spots, the red light districts, they know exactly how to wrap you around their finger.
Yep. Been doing it for generations, and that ain't no joke. The stories and the trade has been passed down from one generation to another. Y'all ain't coming up with nothing that they haven't dealt with generationally from any of you foreigners.
Exactly.
Real quick, we can let Boxley, Black Cleaner, and Lee Majors chime in on that. Boxley, you care to chime in?
I was just gonna say peace.
Boxley, you there?
Yeah, here.
Okay.
He said he was just going to say peace.
Chime in on, you said peace?
Yeah, I just said peace. I mean, I don't know.
I agree.
I travel for peace.
I feel you.
What else do we want to? I don't know. I mean, you know, I don't know. What do you?
Well, some people travel for love.
I mean, but no. You know what? They think they traveling for love. I think no. Let me tell you something. Nah. Listen, I heard somebody say something like that recently. Like literally, he said like he wants some love, and I'm just like, no, you want some drama, cause bruh, like no. Nah. Listen, like even like going to Colombia, you have some dangers, and going to the Philippines. Like he said, in Asia, there's some danger. You know, she going to suck, fuck, and shut the fuck up, right? And you're going to be like, open your wallet, open your life, bring her back. You know, I don't know. And then guess what? There's plenty of stories of them women ripping your throat out when they get back, ripping your throat out financially and destroying you on social media. And they're going to believe her, you know, they're going to believe her. And you have to prove that you didn't do it. Whatever she said that you did. Oh, he didn't give me all his money. It's financial abuse. What?
Yep.
I mean, you're saying I have to go while I'm at work. The mailman is giving you a letter and some leche. What? Like, and then I'm told that if I don't give you all, like, let you spend all my money, right? I'm abusing you, right? I'm neglecting you.
We got to call it what it is. They call it financial abuse.
I know financial.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know. They just put the word. Listen,
Yeah.
man. Listen, it's real simple. It's
I,
in the
I come
Bible.
in and spend all your money. The fact that you don't want to give it to me, financial abuse.
Yeah, it's real simple. It's real simple. No, I'm at the same point. KB has said something about women. Like, he's like, man, women be da-da-da, they get on my nerve. Like, bruh, it's hard to listen to them. And if you listen to them for too long, and it's in the Bible. You're not supposed to listen to them. You're not supposed to listen to them. Like, be seen and not heard for many reasons. If you listen to them, you're going to be like Adam. You're going to be on the streets. You gonna be on the sands, not the streets, the sands.
You're gonna be
You know
like
what I'm saying?
Kanye.
Like, bruh,
Well,
the sands. Bruh, they not gonna put you on. Listen, Adam wasn't walking on concrete streets. Adam was walking on sands. Okay? God said, get out of my lush garden. Go walk on some sand. Because you listen to that woman. So when I'm listening to these, like, bruh, white knights are dangerous.
Yeah.
A proxy violence, that's an actual word. Proxy violence. If you listen to a woman and that woman say, oh, he touched me, or brother, uncle, dad, boyfriend, husband, he said this to me, or he took it. How did he take it? Oh, you were at work. And he delivered some mail, and then he said, bend over, like he forced me to bend over on the couch.
He made me do it.
He made me spread my cheeks. Right?
when
Like, bruh, I want to be away from all of that. Listen, I want some peace. I want
He
a
got
piece of
me, bro.
land. I want a piece of land, a piece of toast. Okay? Like, nah. Again, any chick that I deal with, like, listen, if you can't be peaceful, like, peace out. For real.
Mhm.
when I like to ask everybody a question.
Sure.
When do you think all the problems started with marriage,
Adam.
with the nuclear family?
Nope. Adam's first wife, Lilith. Look it up.
Yes, I have
That's
followed.
when it started.
I have studied from Gobekli Tepe all the way up to current time. So yeah, I'm
The very
well aware.
beginning. Adam,
But
listen. Adam,
as in,
listen. Adam, you should be mad at the first Adam. Type shit.
Mhm.
what I was going to get
I
at,
guess it was marriage, but we got to. But let's allow Lee Major. Or allow Black Cleaner and Lee Majors to answer that question, and then we could go ahead and chime in on your question right fast, Adam. But Black Cleaner, you want to add to that? Or you got anything?
Yeah, I'm about to give all that some pushback. Sorry.
Oh,
I guess I'm a lover boy on here, and let me be
You gonna
clear.
bust
I
out
mean,
his
I don't
cake?
travel.
pushback.
Bust out his
Do
cake.
not interject. Let me finish what my thought of what I'm saying. Okay, and then I hold all the questions at the end. Number one, okay. I agree with everything that you all were saying. Okay, but in the words of Marlo Stansfield, when he was talking to his bank about the crown, and he was saying, "Heavy is the head that wears the crown." Marlo said, "Well, everybody else had their chance to wear it. I want a chance to wear it too." Meaning, okay, I'm here in Cartagena at the hotel with a whole bunch of brothers. All of them, or a lot of them, married, divorced, 3 kids, 4 kids, etc. Okay, and what you hear them, yeah, they're talking about the problems that they had with their wives, but they're also talking about their children that they have, and them doing things and outings, and having happy relationships with their kids. And see, that's what family and love is supposed to be about. Really, it's really supposed to be about You know, you finding someone that you love and that you all supposed to be together, have some kids, raise the kids, and then your kids are supposed to go on and carry on the legacy. You know, of course, we have a lot of people that have, went that route. And as time changed, they have changed and they have grown apart. Okay. And that's where we're getting all of this, contempt for our the old relationships. It's funny too, because, I'm living with this girl and she was married. She got 3 kids. She's a grandmother of 5 kids, and now she's alone and she's out here. She's looking for her man, but because she has a dog that's her emotional support, okay, she's not caring about, she's like the woman in the man's store, trying to find the better and the best deal. But in her mind, she's all like, well, I'm not going to settle for any man on these floors because I already have a dog that gives me, 80% of what I need. So I'm going to get all or nothing. So we all know logically, in the end, if she's trying to get the man on the 6th floor, there is no 6th floor. So in the end, you really going to be stuck with this dog. But I don't say nothing to her. I just let her live her life because I know she,
Stuck
so
with
go
the
ahead.
Dog and stuck with the dog and a drawer full of bedroom sex toys and stuff like that.
Thank you. So, but at the same time, okay, she's 50 years old. She's lived her life. You know what I'm saying? She's had a husband. She's had 3 kids. She's had the big house. You know what I'm saying? So she really doesn't care, if she doesn't get the best, because she's already had what she needed. And that's where I'm at. Let me close it. Do I travel to be a sex tourist? No, I do not. You will never see me get on a plane, okay, and destination will be the red light district of any country, because I'm not going there for box, not even here in Cartagena. I mean, when I put out my content, because it's being edited right now, you're going to start seeing, when I traveled here to Cartagena, I'm looking for where we are at, you know what I'm saying? Where the Black folks at? I'm looking for the people say, you traveling for culture. Yes, I'm traveling for culture, but more so I'm trying to find out where Black folks is at. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Green Book, like back in the days. Where's the places that we go to hang out at? Where is it safe? Where is it peaceful? Like Boxley said, he's traveling for peace. That's when I get on the plane. That's what I'm traveling for. My initial reason for traveling was for peace. I was escaping what was going on in the United States. That was my initial reason, because I had a bad relationship going on. And if I would have kept trying to pursue the relationship, it would not ended good. So I was like, something, I already know if I stay here, I'm going to be heartbroken. So let me get the hell up out of here. Let me go someplace so I could be away and not be wanting to go and stalk this chick, you know what I'm saying, and see what she's doing, or be trying to get back with her because I already know she don't want to be with me no more. So if I'm in another country, it's impossible for me to, to try to go back and try to be with this woman. And it was a great reset for me to be actually away by myself in peace. But am I still looking for, the ability to be able to find someone to build a legacy with? Yes, I am. And I'll end it there.
I didn't know you were romantic. Shit.
This nigga stupid. Hey, textbook, I gotta call you textbook on that one, bro.
Hey, gentlemen, y'all have a great night. I gotta run.
Yeah, good night.
Out of nowhere. I didn't know you was rough, man. That's what's up. What I'm gonna say? Who just? I think that was Boxley just dropped down. Lee Major. You said you had some pushback as well.
What was the question again? I'm so lost now. What was the question?
What do you travel for? Like love or peace?
Well, I travel to see the world, and just so happen if I don't know if peace comes first or love comes first, whichever one comes first, you just jump on that opportunity. If I'm making sense, it's like when I listen to these guys, and not this you guys can chew me up, but this is how I feel about it. When I listen to these guys, they're scared of opening their heart to a woman because she might be a 304, she might do this, she might do that. But you got to go with your intuitions, you know. And a lot of guys don't want to do it. They scared of what another brother's gonna think about them. You know, it's like the guys. I'm listening to Carl B. He puts up a safety net. I'm listening to a lot of guys. They put up a safety net when they meet somebody. Just be yourself. If it happens, it happens. If it's good, it's bad. You know, and that's why I feel about the whole travel industry. We as black men, and it can be white guys, Chinese guys, and Mexican guys, we're scared of what other people are gonna think about us and our decisions, the decisions we make. We shouldn't be like that. We should just live life like there's no other.
Hold on. I got something to say about that. And Charlie, you remember Hannah?
Charlie's muted.
Do you mean Anna?
Hannah, the one from Medellin.
Oh, the one from Medellin? No, I don't.
Damn, man, I feel like we talk about her a lot. I mean, there's a 6th part to the story, right? And this is something that happened today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, to respond to what he's saying, or like, you know, or feeling like, you know, guys are closed guarded or they're closing their hearts to these women. The point is that, I mean, at least when you go to a lot of those types of countries like Colombia, Brazil, Latvia, those types of places, it's not that guys are trying to close their hearts. It's more like dudes have gotten incredibly hurt so many times dealing with those women. You know, a better story is actually Andrea. This is a woman that, you know, my intuition told me that this was a good person. I spoke to her, you know, I liked her vibe, and I always thought, you know, this is actually a decent person. This is a decent human being. You know, I saw the way she spoke about her father. I saw the way she spoke about her family, and I liked it. And, you know, one day she hit me up one day, right? And this was near Christmas time, and she told me, listen, you know, my arm is broken. This is what happened. And I said, you know, are you sure your arm's broken? You know, what's going on? And she just sent me a photo, and I said, you know what? I don't want to even believe that this person is lying to me, right? Because to me, I feel like I should trust this person enough that I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to help them. No questions asked, you know, because if she's reaching out to me, then she probably really needs it, right? And I helped her. And then, you know, a few days later, I asked somebody else and I said, hey, you know, what do you think about this? This person asked me for something. And, you know, I gave it to them because I felt like, you know, they're an honest person and I could really trust them. And you want to know what the person, you know, he lived in Colombia. You want to know what he told me? He said, no, they get free medical insurance. She was lying. They wouldn't have even done the operation if they were going to take some money from her. She was lying the entire time. She used that money to basically turn around and buy Christmas presents with it, basically. That's what I suspected happened with it. So a lot of the times it's like you may think you're dealing with this woman and everything in your mind is telling you that you could trust this woman, but you still really don't know the person because it's like that person, a lot of the times in these types of countries, these women will debase themselves in ways that you have no idea about. So you think you're dealing with a good person and you open your heart to them and you trust them and then they burn you on it, and now it's like it's very difficult to trust any woman from there because you've seen too much. I've literally had women that I've sat right next to, you know, and I wasn't targeting these women either, where they have a guy in the United States where they're basically saying that they're basically working as ex workers, street ex workers, for whatever reason. They need the money or whatever. And meanwhile, this guy is helping him out from time to time. And I asked him straight up, like, does this guy trust you? Does he know what you're doing? And they're like, no, he doesn't know. And I don't want him to know.
Carl, let me ask you a question.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
So you gave her the money for the surgery, correct?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, would you would have gave her the money to buy a Christmas gift?
No.
Why?
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 Well,
it's wait, before you answer that, it's still a good gesture from your heart, bro. Why you wouldn't have did it?
well, I wouldn't have done it because I would have told her probably, I'm like, listen, you know, I wouldn't have done.
Let me answer the question.
Go ahead.
You wouldn't have done it because you would have said where the baby daddy at or where they can't do it, right?
No, she doesn't have any kids.
Okay.
I wouldn't have done it because for me, I would have. I know I would have responded in that moment. I said, "Listen, if you're really in this much financial trouble, don't buy Christmas gifts. Save your money," because she was out of a job at the time. So I'm like, save your money. Tell people that you can't really do it, and you know, do something nice for them later on. Because if you're in a position where you need to ask for money to buy Christmas presents, that's not a good place to be. That's what I would have told her. But I helped her because I'm like, you're in an emergency and your arm's broken and you need the help right now. It's urgent. I would have helped her. And even then, you know, even after I gave her the money and even after I kind of suspected, I offered her a job too. I said, listen, I need somebody to actually help me learn Spanish and I want to advance and I need somebody to talk to. So I offered a job and I said, listen, you can do this for 2 or 3 hours a day. And then I'm going to be reading and writing and you can see me reading and writing and you can correct my mistakes and we can do this together and you can earn some money to supplement your income on top of getting whatever regular job you want. Right. And it's all going to be 100% remote and I could work with you with the scheduling and everything. And, you know, we can mutually. And she never responded back. Never responded back. She made up some excuse and she was like, listen, oh, you know, I don't have any money for my SIM card or something. But she was still on WhatsApp and Instagram the next day. So she was lying about it the whole time.
I remember her. Us discussing that because I can tell you why I didn't remember that because I'm sure I thought the same thing then as I'm thinking now. If I didn't say it out loud, but allow me to say it out loud now. Have you dealt with the fact that she might just didn't like you like that?
Maybe, but you know. Listen.
No, and I'm not saying that to be.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But like, at least when you are in the U.S., if she just didn't like you like that, she would just be like, "I don't really want to deal with you. Make it a clean break." But
that's not what they do, especially if they see they could get some money out of you. That's why, in my mind, that's why she immediately went to she need money for a SIM. And as you said through your own story, she clearly didn't.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, but a lot of the times too, like what ends up happening is this person is still hanging around you, right? So they like to come out, they're asking to be around you. You think, okay, this person is clearly interested in me, right? That's why sometimes, to answer his question, a lot of guys don't want to open their hearts to a lot of these women overseas or any woman overseas because you don't know what their intentions are. And a lot of the times, you know, you could be dealing with someone who's so calculating and you just have no idea.
That works both ways.
You're unprepared.
But that's that in of itself is the problem right there, what you just said. Because everybody's playing the same game. It's like, okay, I think that this dude is just gonna fuck me and leave me alone. So I'm gonna get him before he gets me. And it's the same thing with the
No,
guys.
no. Hold on now, Black Cleaner. I gotta push. There's a difference between you saying, I don't know this person's intention, so I'm not gonna open my heart to them, and then saying, I'm gonna do you before you do me. You see, that's a difference. Like one is kind of like malicious, like, I know you're going to do something to me, so I'm going to take from you before you can. And another is like, I'm going to guard myself and, slowly,
Noted.
you get what I'm saying?
Noted. However, okay, and this is what I write about in my book. You need to understand that their situation, it's really not that they have a malicious intention of doing something to you before you do it to them. It's really, I'm hungry. I don't have welfare and transitional assistance and food stamps out here, and I still got to take care of these kids. I still got to put a roof over my head. So therefore, let me get out here and, find me, and shake a little leg and see if I can get something out of it. You know what I'm saying? And if I can find a nice guy who's willing to, help me out of my situation, whether I like him or not, I'm gonna, do what I gotta do in order to survive. And see but what happens is this, what I notice when I'm here, boots on the ground, the moment I start treating the women, the chicas, like human beings, I get a whole different treatment from them. If you understand what I mean, you'll have the ones that like Charlie Chan said, they straight business. They like, I don't like you. It is, it's $150, it's $100, take it or leave it. There's plenty of men out here that I can go with, that I can get with, and they'll just keep it at that.
Listen.
But you do have some that will, is going to explain to you, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I like you, but I'm out here trying to survive. Now, unless you are willing to help me, get out of my situation, then we need to keep it stepping. You know what I'm saying? Because I got, me and me liking each other is not going to pay these kids, as you said, school tuition or uniforms, or it's not going to pay my bills. It's not going to get us fed. So if you got a solution for that, I'm all ears. But if not, it's $100. That's my solution. That's the solution that I could come up with. So as I said, when I come around, I usually will come up with some kind of solution that helps them, and in turn, they treat me differently. That's because I'm not treating them like, a chica, unless they are treating me like a trick. But a lot of times, if I'm treating them like a human being, they're treating me like a human being. And that's really what it boils down to. Put the games away and, just come to the table and stand on business, what you about. And I'll end it there.
I agree with you. Listen, this is purely in Medellin. Medellin is a special thing. So it could be because the bulk of my experiences in Medellin, I was there for over a month. I'm going to Bogota next month. But the bulk of my experience was in Medellin, so maybe that's a different beast, right? But when I was there, listen, you can be kicking it with a girl and you are getting all the signs, like she makes effort to be around you. She's around you, she's running late to work. So, she's just like, oh, let me do something for you before I go. You can be doing all of these different things and, you're interacting with this person, you speak the Spanish and you still end up getting got. And then it's like, when you get got as like an American, like there was another incident too of another woman too that I thought I could trust too, where the reason why I actually helped her out, right, was because my mom ended up getting cancer around the same time, like 6 months before, and she had her surgery. So at the time, she was like, listen, my mom, I got a little brother. I can't leave him alone at home with the mom. She's got cancer and she's kind of going through it right now. And we're trying to, we need not only the extra income because she can't work, but we also need the extra income to actually help supplement, the cost that comes with the actual treatment, right? So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I come back to the US and she's like, listen, can you help me with this? Because I'm kind of in limbo right now. I gotta go get a job. I'm like, all right, I normally wouldn't do it because of, my own kind of like barriers. But I'm like, you know what? I don't think I've been around this person long enough that I feel like, okay, maybe this person, they're telling the truth. It ain't gonna cost me much to help them. You know, I have trust and confidence in them, some level of trust and confidence. And then I helped her. Man, listen, about a month later, out of the blue, it's around Christmas time. I'm like, hey, I just wanted to chat with her a little bit. Not chat with her, but I just had a few questions about Colombia because me and my friend were having an argument and I wanted to get some facts. I just sent her a message. Literally, I'm like, next day, I'm like, man, I wonder if she responded back. Check my WhatsApp. All the messages between us were deleted. All of them. Every single last one of them. And I'm like, that's crazy. I check my social media where met her, blocked. I go in and I'm like, okay, maybe she just deleted it. I check on something else and I see she's right there. Her post is right up too. So for that reason, it's like you end up in a situation where like you really need to kind of be vigilant because from our perspective as Americans, women aren't going to cross a certain line. But when you go to some of these places, a chick will only maybe mess with you because she lives with 9 people and you have a peaceful house. They can come over and they can just relax there and just chill there without anyone bothering them. And that to them is just enough to just be around you. Or because you got
that's a fact, and as well as that will happen here in America. Let me say this. Well,
Yep.
first of all, let me welcome my good brother DMV to the line and stuff like that. Just
What's
heads
up, man?
guys. We're gonna be winding down in the next 15-20 minutes. But shout out to you, DMV. How you doing today, good brother? DMV, you good, bro? I know he a trucker. He probably on the road.
Yeah.
Well, what I was like to say earlier is many.
But what I was gonna say to you, KB, no, give me 1 second, Adam. 2 things, KB. For one, I want to say, bro, I'm so sorry that you had to go through that, man, because you sound like it really affected you, man. And I hate to see, because you're too young to sound that heartbroken, in my opinion. But at the same time, I think you go ahead getting it out the way. But life have a way, for men at least, in my opinion, it has a way of hardening you. You know what I mean? So shout out to the big homie Ronan. You know what I mean? That's what we striving for. That right there. We just see a hand come in and bro getting goddamn good libation online.
Well,
so yeah.
What I was
with that, I digress. Adam, you was gonna say something?
Well, I was going to say, and some people might think this sounds harsh, but many of those women overseas were surviving before you came over there.
Mm-hmm.
They will survive when you leave from there.
Mm-hmm.
Got to be careful. And
that's the gospel.
And then in Thailand, I do help out people that are in true need, but I also make sure I check their backstories to make sure nobody's abusing my kindness.
Mm-hmm.
Also, before I permanently moved over to Thailand, I did my research. I researched the culture, the laws, the scams, areas that I call no-fly zones. You wouldn't catch me dead at. Like I wouldn't go to Pattaya, Phuket, or Red Light District or something like that. You wouldn't catch me in those areas. So I ostensibly did my research, and I fully understand. When I came here, I'm a guest in the country. It's my responsibility to adjust to their culture and their rules, their laws. And that's basically what it is. And a lot of guys don't take the time to do that. What they do is they look up and try to figure out how to pick up a girl, do this, do whatever, enjoy time over there. But anybody that really goes overseas, they don't take the time to really understand the country and its culture. They just pack up the bags and hope for the best.
Yeah, I got a question for Carl B.
Go ahead.
How many times have you seen this female?
Which one?
Like, the one we talking about in the story. I don't know. The one about the Christmas gift. And
So Andrea, I saw her practically every other day while I was there over the course of the month, and then Hannah, she was over at my place every 2 days basically. She met all my friends, and yeah,
okay, let me
watched a
ask you
bunch of
this.
movies together.
Andrea, when I'm saying this, okay, you just say you spent 30 days with her.
hmm
When you left and came back to the States, when did you go back to see her?
I didn't go back to see her, not as recently. I left like probably right now. I want to say 5 months ago.
Did she ever ask you if you was coming back?
No, I don't think she did.
Did you ever tell her you was coming back?
No, I don't think I did. I don't make
That's,
promises that I can't keep.
that should have been a red flag
Yep.
when she called you up.
Yep. So I'm just saying. So I'm confused. Like, you met her for a month, but you didn't go back. You didn't plan to go back. So what's the issue?
Well, no, because you were saying it's like dudes. It seems like these dudes aren't opening their hearts to these women and things like that. And I'm like, no, it's not that they don't want to open their hearts to these women. It's just that when they do, it ends up being some like you think like you're trusting your judgment, you're trusting your instincts, but when you go overseas, your instincts might be wrong.
But KB, even by the way you told the story, you seem very detached from the woman anyway.
Yep.
You didn't care whether it was going to happen or not.
I'm detached now.
I agree
I'm
with
detached
Ronan.
now.
Oh, now that you're telling the story, you're detached. But before you were involved, and she could feel that, right?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I guess you could say that.
Which
What-
one? That you were or you were not attached?
I think I was. I try not to be too attached.
So did you give her a future projection like Majors is saying? Did you say, hey, I'll be back in a couple months or a year or so? Let's keep this going when I'm back in America, where we're constantly communicating and staying in touch? Or did
No,
you
what I told them, I said, listen, there's a potential I might be back, but I cannot promise you that because anything could essentially come up to where if something comes up and I need to go to work, I need to go to work.
Even though
So-
you said that's being honest, did you say I'm still going to call you if something happens where let me put it this way.
Mm.
I used to
Did y'all remain in contact?
I used to talk to a chick back in Kansas when I was in the Marine Corps in California. She wanted to be my girlfriend. I said, look, I don't believe in long distance relationships because I'm not going to sit here and worry about what the fuck you're doing while I'm somewhere else. I'd rather you just go ahead and let's stay friends. When I come into town, if we're cool, we cool. If I'm not, then you can go and do whatever the hell you want. I don't have to worry about anything you're doing, and vice versa. And we were cool like that for a long time. But if you don't set that standard, she's already saying, okay, well, you're cutting ties right now. Why should I have to hold on to you?
Fair enough. Fair enough. You know what? I don't think you're incorrect because I kind of got maybe that's kind of what happened with Hannah the first time, and she just didn't want to say anything to me. That's a possibility. Because usually what I like to do anyways, or if I'm ever in a situation like that, I usually tell the woman, I'm like, listen, I know you're gonna have other guys. It doesn't bother me. And I would prefer you meet another guy or find another guy because I don't know when I'm gonna come back and it's not a big deal to me. But if I tell them that, they look at me like I'm crazy.
Why? That's honesty. Why would they do nothing but respect you for it?
It's South America, man. It's like they don't want to seem like,
they want you to be. You be honest with them, man. I'm telling you, guys don't understand. If you just tell the woman the truth, she has a choice of either going along or leaving.
They always seem surprised when I say that, though.
Make
I don't know why.
Clear.
Because most guys lie. So when you actually
clarity,
tell the truth,
yep, we operate on clarity.
They're shocked that you're willing to tell the truth and give them the choice instead of indirectly not giving them any choice at all. That's why they're shocked. Not the fact that you told them. They're shocked you're literally telling the truth.
What a lot of men got to understand, the majority of LDR relationships overseas usually end up in failure. It's only a very few that are actually successful. And I also tell men never give or loan money that you cannot afford to lose.
Mm-hmm.
That's a principle in America, let alone going overseas and doing it. Jesus.
My philosophy now, I guess you could say, Adam, I've transformed. If someone asks me for any amount of money over there, if I don't already know you outside of that, I'm just going to tell you just going to have to die today. It is what it is. We all got to go sometime. And I just
Well,
leave it at that.
say for example, I did my research on Thailand. If they go to a public hospital, the medical is free. But if they go to a private, it is not free. So if a girl calls me up and tells me that she has this minor broken arm or something like that that can be taken care of in a public hospital for free, I'm automatically going to know that she's just trying to scam me for money because I took the time to do my research.
Mm.
And that's why I tell a lot of guys, you got to do your research. Not only that, you got to work on yourself. Leave all your problems back home. Overseas creates an opportunity to create a better life than what you had back home, if you allow it. But what happens, a lot of people want to keep making the same old mistakes, and that no matter where they go, keep making the same mistakes, they're not going to be happy nowhere they go. You know,
Yes.
like peace, you got to find it within yourself first before you can wind up having peace surrounding you, but with other people that has the same values and principles as you. And love, you never rush love. That takes time to find, and it's something that grows over time. It's just something that it's just ain't like an emotional feeling, like you see, go, oh, I love her, but she's beautiful and stuff like that. You gotta get to know the heart, and that's the hardest thing. People is always in a rush. Try to rush things that they should be taking their time. Well,
I say this: don't lead with dollars, lead with common sense. You know what I mean? If she's a person that every time she's posting a picture, she's at the club and she's drinking and she's out in the nightlife and stuff like that, but all of a sudden she needs your help, take that into account, man. You know what I mean? Because the first thing that in my mind be like, "What I just met you a month ago, and you didn't manage to make it to 35. You done managed to make it to 35 without me, but all of a sudden you gonna die if you don't get this little whatever money that you asking for." That doesn't make sense. Well, guess what, baby? Listen, I heard somebody say this online, and I'm telling you, I didn't come up with it, but it just makes so much sense. Have you thought about if you ain't got it, maybe God don't want you to have it? You know what I mean? So that be my thing. And like, yeah, no, man. Like in the fact of the matter, just from my dealings with women, the woman that really like you, she gonna damn near refrain from asking you for something because she's trying to keep you. She don't want to run you off.
Charlie, can I ask
At least
you a
that's
question?
my experience here in America. Yes, sir.
Okay. You go to DR a lot, right? Have you ever met
Yes, sir.
a woman? Have you ever met a woman in DR you kicked it with, right? First time, and then you go back and kick it with it again. Is it cool to give her money since you kicked it with her 2 times?
No.
Why is that?
what are you giving her money for?
I'm just
I gave her
saying
money
if
when I kicked it with her.
when I'm not saying the 3 or 4 kicking. I'm talking about you
Regular girl.
Now, she could be you hanging out with her, you enjoy her company, you come back, you go home to the States, and you come back, you hanging with her again, and then you go home, she say her arm is broken. Would you help her?
With a round
Depends
of
on the
applause.
country.
Sir.
Huh?
Just because of this. Like I say, when I'm out there, I make my intentions clear. I make like if that's something that you want or you need, maybe so, this, that, and the third. But especially if you pick up on that and you're like, okay, well, yeah, I want something. It could be even swap, no swindle. I'm cool with that. I am, but at the same time, if you want something from me, for you to give me something, don't expect something from me and I get nothing in return. I'm an astute businessman, and I would have been broke if that's how I did business. You see what I'm saying? And furthermore, when I'm out there, I'm not looking for that. I'm not one of these guys that's saying that, oh, I got a relationship and I only go there once every quarter. I can't even speak the language that good. That would be naive, wouldn't you say?
So you ain't never met a woman overseas and y'all kicked it like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times.
Yeah.
Would you give her something?
I gave her some then.
You know what I'm talking about.
Like give her some, like, you know, if she asks for it.
The best that I can. No, I wouldn't. Like say I could show. I got a chick that I call her my usual. Anytime I'm in town, I hit her up. She come through, kick it, spend the night. Like we have a damn good time kicking it together. She's not, for one, she's not the type to ask me for something, and for two, I think when she did, it's an astounding no for me. Because if you want me for what
I agree with Charlie.
But when you say,
see, I agree with Charlie. I mean, I understand what Lee Majors is talking about because, as I said, it's really about clarity. You know what I'm saying? And you need to establish the clarity up front. Are we friends? If we're friends, okay, I'm going to treat you like a friend, and if I can help you, I'll help you. But if I'm your client, well, guess what? I'm your client. So guess what? When I'm in the mood to be, you know, to go partake in your services, I will call you for your services. Just you just like my house cleaner. When I need my house cleaned, I'm calling you, which is usually about every 2 weeks. So it's the same thing for the chick. So she just got to let me know what am I to her? Am I a client or am I a friend?
Because if I'm a friend, that means I'm gonna give you some financial advice. I'm gonna teach you to fish instead of giving you a fish. But you don't want to be taught how to fish. You just want the fish that I got, and that's not gonna work for me.
but okay,
Me, I'm different. I'm both Charlie Chan and Lee Majors. I'm going to help you out every once in a, because we kicking it, and you know I can afford it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing this over here, I can afford it to lose it, to part with it. I'll help you out with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, most of the girls that come over that are my friends that I date, I'm going to pay for the babysitter, even if they don't even ask me for babysitter money. That's the one thing that they'll usually get from me.
I do that in America. Well, I have done it when I was younger. Yeah, for sure. See, but let me clarify something. Like in America, I got females that's like, say, that's in my life and stuff like that. Like, say, me and her are kind of on the outs right now, but she watches my dogs when I leave the country. She could call me and ask for damn near anything, and if it's within my power, I'll make it happen for her. There was one day that her car broke down in the middle of winter. I told her, for one, you should have let me know when it broke down because I could have sent you a tow truck. That's no big deal. I get a certain amount of them a year. It wouldn't have been no big deal for me to send you a tow truck. But when she was having the mechanic fix it on spot, I pulled up on her and just like say we went and got something to eat while the man was fixing her car. You know what I mean? To say that is to say, when I do something for you, it's not for what you can do for me if you in my inner circle. It's because you are already a part of my inner circle and you provide value in my life. In return, I'm going to provide value in yours. I'm not going to just pay you just got a vagina. Charlie, that's not what I do.
Charlie, let me say this, and I just answered Reef on the same thing. Lee, I think you're hinting around to sending money to somebody you think you're going to have a long-term relationship with is different. Because here's the thing, and I just said it to Reef. If you start saying, oh, I'm boyfriend, girlfriend, there's an air of responsibility in Latin and Asian cultures that you're assuming some level of responsibility for your significant other.
Absolutely.
Correct? So then at that point, then you're adding to her welfare, and that could be in a financial way or advice way, like Charlie was saying, it could be a whole bunch of different ways. So if you are courting, or in Philippines called legal, a woman, and you're contributing to the stability of her life while you're abroad, and then you're coming back to pick her up or get married or whatever, that's a different space. But if you are saying I'm a long distance relationship with somebody, you're not serious about wanting to get with her. If you say those things, then her expectation and her mindset would be, you're my man. If I say I need help, you should be able to trust me. Other than that, why did you say she was your lady.
I like that.
What's going on, y'all?
Exactly, I agree. You need to make your intentions clear, and I'm the type. My word is my bond. I don't break my word unless I gave my word where somebody was giving me false pretenses. You know, they wasn't being truthful for me. Then I might break my bond.
I'll be
Or say
honest.
like,
And for me, I mean, it's the same thing.
Shout out to DMV. I think he just woke up. DMV, you must have taken a nap on live or something.
Nah, I was going through a tunnel.
That was a long ass tunnel. Shit. I
Yeah,
said something to
yeah,
you probably about 45
Big
minutes
ass.
ago.
yeah,
Tell him.
yeah.
That must have been the
I was
key
going through a
bridge.
tunnel.
That must have been the key bridge.
Okay,
You in
well,
the
you probably didn't
DMV,
hear
huh?
me when I spoke to you, but I definitely had to acknowledge you though, man. How you doing?
All right, thank you. I'm good. This conversation I've been waiting for a long time. This topic has been talked about briefly, and nobody ever really went into detail what it. I say if you aren't living there, stick with pros, because basically what you're doing is turning regular girls in just straight into pros, because 90% of the time we
You
aren't
got it
going
the other
back
way
dealing
around.
with the
A pro
same
into a
chicks.
regular girl.
Huh?
I think
I
you got
get
it
what
flipped.
he's.
You said turn a regular girl
Yeah, no,
into
I
a
get what
pro,
you're
and I'm
saying
saying
too,
nah, you're
because if
turning
she a
Yeah.
regular girl and
a
you
pro
just,
into a regular girl.
I can see it both ways.
Think about it. If all these
Yeah.
men are going over there messing with regular girls and treating them like pros, you're turning regular girls into pros, right?
Go there with false intentions.
I disagree on that one.
No. See, because the guys know
I get
what
it.
they
Yeah.
Let
So
me
are
if
finish
you
doing.
what
there
I
for a
was
good time,
saying.
not a long time, and you treating this
Right.
girl, for a good time, you making her a pro.
The guys
That
know what they are doing. So, in return, the girl has been going through this with multiple guys. So now she's thinking, let's just get what I can,
But that
right?
goes back to what Charlie was saying. Make your intentions clear
But
from the beginning,
yes,
and
but
see
that
where she's
means
coming
if you
from.
make your intentions clear with a regular girl, you might as well just deal with a pro, because she's going to start doing the same stuff with other guys.
Well, if you made your intentions clear at the beginning, she's the one that decides where she wants to be with you or not. She makes that decision, not you.
There you go.
That's a fact.
She's going to already want to be with you, because why? You can do something for her that she can't.
That's
So
the
you're
same
saying
It,
you're gonna go for
that
as a person having a
the
job, getting a job, right?
Huh?
Hold on. I see what he's trying to say, right?
I
And I've
understand what he's
experienced.
trying to say.
Yeah.
And now on shucks, what was it? I lost my train of thought.
No, you were saying something
Take your
about
time.
it's better to be with a pro because a lot of the times they're gonna end up doing the same thing that the pros do eventually because of guys are coming and leaving, getting into relationships with her.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, but
And if that's the case, if that's what you're saying, bro, I'm not traveling to be a secretary. You know what I mean? I'm not a humanity like that type of person. Like, if that's the case, if she's gonna end up on that path anyway, why am I going to be like, oh no, I'm going to do my part? No, she's and I'm letting her know this is how I'm coming. I'm laying it all out, and you still decide to be there. At the end of the day, remember, I fuck with of age women, so she is a consenting adult. She have the doors, the locks that on the doors where I be at. They is to keep people out, not to keep people in. You know what I mean? So if she want to stay. But you know what my intentions are. If you want to go, I got respect. I can respect that. That's that's not what you're looking for, and that just is what it is. But understand this: if you stay, it is what it is.
Yes, but we can't get mad when they ask for money. Once we leave.
I never get mad. Who said I was mad? I just tell them no. Why would you get mad?
No.
That's like getting mad for your kid asking you for some ice cream.
When KB was talking about the broken arm and the Christmas gifts. Because it sounded like when he was dealing with her, he was kind of treating her like a girlfriend.
Thank you.
Girl, kind of like a girlfriend.
He's gonna trust. You got to add that to it. But keep going.
But I do agree with DMV. If you're going to enter a serious relationship with a woman overseas, you should be living over there yourself. Unless y'all plan on, unless you made a.
Hold on.
But let me finish. If you make it, unless you make a decision, both y'all together, that you're planning on bringing her back to your home country. And each of them. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you.
No, I was pretty much finished. So go ahead, no problem.
I see what you're saying, but like it's kind of like, for example, right? It's not so much like you're treating her so much as a girlfriend. Like, okay, for example, if I'm, gonna go out to like a restaurant, right? And I'm just gonna grab a bite to eat, and she just so happens to be coming over, I might say, okay, let's just go get something to eat. And it's not a big deal. In a way, you're treating her like a human too. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying like you. So it's like maybe you might see it as girlfriend, boyfriend treatment. But from my perspective, it's just like, if I was going to go anyways, I was going to go anyways. If a friend was going to go with me, I was going to go with them anyways.
Well, here's the thing. Let me chime in on that part. Believe it or not, that was the difference between me coming from down south to up north, because they would say it's the difference between tricking and accommodating. I eat well when I'm by myself. So if she's with me, she's going to eat well. I drink well when I'm by myself. So if she's with me, she is going to drink well. Vice versa. I mean, that's just all the way around the board. That's if me and you going out. If I'm drinking, you welcome to drink as well. That's just the person that I am. I'm not gonna drink a lesser drink. And you with me, and you somebody that I'm kicking it with. That just makes sense to me. But at the same time, I'm not gonna go out of my way to please somebody to where it's a short-term relationship.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Shout out to Lee Majors. No, somebody did. I think that was Black Cleaner.
But
what I would like, because it's a fundamental
Black Cleaner.
Yes,
well, I wanted to
go ahead.
Sorry.
That was my question. That was my question. Like, let's say you say you're going out to eat. I'm just gonna use the Morton Steakhouse, but then your friend want to come. You change it up to McDonald's. Is that because you want to feel like you're getting sipped on or taken advantage of? But see, you
are you asking me, Lee Majors?
No, I'm asking Carl B.
Nah, you wouldn't be my friend if I'm. Nah, I mean, I have a certain standard for my friends. If I consider you a friend, I would never do something like that.
Now we don't take the friend out of. We're talking about the girl you're kicking it with, or a girl, not that particular girl you're kicking it with in Columbia.
Girlfriend, friend with benefits.
So if she sees you going to nice, fancy restaurants and you're taking her, don't you think she'll feel some kind of way?
I wouldn't say I'm taking her to nice, fancy restaurants. These are local restaurants in the neighborhood.
You're changing the narrative, but you know what I'm trying to say.
I know what you're trying to say. I know
they can't eat at restaurants like we can eat at restaurants. So, you know what I'm saying? It might be upper scale for them.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I know what you mean. From her perspective, it's like I can't afford this, but he's doing this for me and not expecting anything in return. Oh, this could be something more,
Right,
right?
but you're not doing it for her. You're doing it for yourself because you want to go eat.
Yeah, and she just so happens to be there, and I'm not gonna make her sit down and watch me eat.
Right.
The thing is, you have 6 guys currently on the panel. We're gonna have some of us gonna have similar views. Some of us gonna have different opinions. What I tell people to do is do what makes you happy in life with no regrets. You can't blame others for what you allow in your life. So if you've done something and you regretted it, then you learn from this mistake and try not to make the same mistake and move on. That's all any of us can do.
All right.
You see,
I
Adam.
got something for
Go ahead.
what we said about the love or peace. For the older men that are on the panel, we have time, but we also don't have time. So it's kind of like
I know what
we're
you're saying.
still in our so-called prime to find something good, but that prime is slipping. So either we gotta find something good now, or else settle for something, or else die alone.
Now, I don't agree with that premise for a couple of reasons, and I'll tell you why. The main reason is because it's almost seems like you're talking out of desperation. When you're speaking out of desperation in that matter, to a hammer, everything looked like a nail. You see what I'm saying? That's how guys end up in these wrong relationships, and they end up getting taken advantage of by a pretty face in a nice body because they feel like they don't want to die alone. Bro, I was born alone and I was just fine. So I hadn't even experienced dying yet, but I feel like I would be just fine. I'm okay with however it comes. I think that'd be like a lot of people, like almost like they're scaring themselves into accepting something. That's what a lot of American men go wrong. Do you know the most sex deprived men in America are married men?
I'm not talking about.
That is crazy. Shout out to you, Johnny. How you doing, brother? Man, that is crazy to me. But guess what? They're not gonna die alone. They're gonna die sad and mad, but they're not gonna be alone. That doesn't make sense to me, good brother. Like, live your life, and if your life is contingent on being there for you, to
can
be
live
happy,
your life and still find something.
That reminds me of an old church joke. The pastor was asking the married men how many times do they make love per week, and each one raised their hand up, went for months, and then they got to 1 year, and this one guy raised his hand up. He was so excited, waving his hand so dramatically. He was in there, and people going, "You only make love to your wife once a year? Why are you so happy?" He goes, "'Cause today's the day." He's saying that he.
Wow.
I forgot how the joke exactly went, but that's what the basis of it was.
Jesus.
And I just think like you work on bettering yourself. That's what I said at the beginning of the live, man. The best experience I have had with women, multiple women, is when I've been in my bag. By in my bag, I mean working on myself, and they just tend to pop up. When you focusing on getting, I'm sorry, say that again, Ronnie.
They always pop up. You ain't
just
got
pop
to
up out of nowhere. It's like they be hiding in the bushes. They're like, "Hey, how you doing? You just coming home? You look hungry. Let me make you something to eat." That type of shit. But when you're going out there, you just looking for them. You neglecting what you need to do as a man. Women are like, and here's the thing: a lot of mine relationships went awry because the woman became the apple of my eye instead of me focusing on my goal. You see what I'm saying? Instead of me staying true to my mission, because she liked me when I was on my mission, and somewhere it went awry when she became the apple of my eye. I wasn't on focus on my mission no more. I was focused on her. She gonna come and go as she, but I'm gonna be who I am. And the thing that I am, baby, listen, come or go, it's not gonna make me no never mind. Because guess what? The same way that you came is the same way that somebody else will come. Focus on making yourself who you need to be.
That's it right there. That's
Mind,
it right
body, and spirit.
That's
So
all
you
I'm
gotta work
saying,
on
bro. Like,
those first.
we got to get out of that mindset. Oh, we're going to die alone. What the fucking do? We're going to be dead. Listen, I can tell you that I was in Mississippi and I used to tell people my greatest fear is when I die, nobody coming to my funeral. The old man said, why do you, what is it going to matter? You're dead. You're not going to be, what do it matter?
Everybody dies alone. Who the heck's going to come with you? Who's going to say, oh, I'm going to die so I can come along with you? That's not going to happen.
Everybody's going to show up. That's all about ego.
Well,
Who gives a fuck?
well, it's nearly not about ego, because, and I'm gonna tell you why. And I always tell this story. My father was one of these guys out here who was trying to help the world. You know what I'm saying? Especially women. You know what I'm saying? He was a trick, simp, however you want to call it. You know, and when he died. Okay. The only reason I'm saying, because he was a womanizer, he was a gambler, sharp dresser, everything. They called him Good Time Charlie. That's what my father's name was, Good Time Charlie. When he died, all of these people who he so-called helped, gave money to, nobody showed up to say thank you for what you did, or you was a big help. You done paid my light bill, you done paid my phone bill, you done saved me from getting kicked out of my house. And he done did a lot for a lot of people. But when it came time to bury him or cremate him, it was his kids who had to pass the hat around in order to bury this dude. So it's like, damn, you done did all of this good for all of these people, and ain't nobody here to even say thank you or, God bless you or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But when my mom's passed away and my aunt passed away, the damn they couldn't get enough seats to actually we had to what's it called? There were so many people in line for the funeral procession to watch them get buried. They had to wrap around the church twice.
Standing room only.
What happened? What was the difference?
To be honest with you, the only thing that I can think of is they were women and he was a man. And women stick together and men don't. Because but at the same time too, once again, as I said, he was out here trying to, do so much, for the people who really didn't care about him. So my point is, care about the people who care about you. Don't be, and that's what, so I understand a lot of what you all are saying. And Charlie did say it best. Do not lead with your wallet, lead with common sense. Because that's basically what happened. He was over here leading with his wallet, trying to help people, thinking that him doing good for these people will benefit him in the end. And it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
If he would have had more discernment and common sense, it probably would have been a little bit different.
I had to learn the hard truth when I had my stroke when I was 29. I mentioned it before. Before then, I used to bend over backwards trying to help people out as much as possible. When I had my stroke and I was in the ICU unit, the only few people that actually visit me there wanted to borrow money from me while I was in the hospital in ICU. The only person that was there for me was my mother, who was still alive. My father had passed away, and she was in there praying for me. And that's talking about my sisters, my family, my friends, and everything like that. So that taught me right there. If I'm going to help, I'm not going to stop helping people, but I'm going to help people in true need, and I'm going to check the backstories to be sure to tell them the truth. Other than that, I ain't helping nobody.
Yep. I've had like a similar experience, and part of my solution or a way to cope with that is to just not really help people at all anymore. because I realized it's like over time I really went out of my way. I had an instance where I had a friend, right, that we grew up together from the time we were like probably 8 or 9, and he fell on some hard times. He went to school, he didn't really take it too seriously, and he didn't end up getting his degree. He kind of failed out. And at the time, I had just gotten an accounting internship, and I was making really good money, more money than I ever made. And I said to him, if you really, I can do this for you, and I already have contacts and people I know that I can contact, and I have a good relationship, and they can get you an internship where you could make double what you're making now. I could do this because I'm going to do this because, I really want to help you out. And I had him come over and we made his resume and I spent hours working with him. And then at the end of it all, I contacted him one day and I never heard from him ever again. He didn't follow up. He didn't do any of that stuff. And it's like, it wasn't the first time something like that happened where you offer to help somebody and you do something for them free of charge that normally they would have had to pay hundreds of dollars for. And then at the end, it's just like, whatever, they don't take it seriously. They walk away. And then at the end, they end up exactly where they were. And it's like, why did I even make this effort if this is how it's going to be? If someone made this effort for me, I would seize the opportunity. But you got it for free and it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? So for that reason, I just stopped helping people. I'm like, you know what? You better go out there and help yourself because nobody was helping me. And this is where I got. So it's up to you now.
I live in a village in Thailand, so it's a little bit easier because a lot of people know each other and they like to gossip. So you usually can find out very quickly if somebody's being honest or being untruthful.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you just gotta be careful. You gotta just be careful on who you help and make sure nobody takes advantage of your kindness. And even if you as careful as you possibly can be, there's still gonna be people that possibly take advantage of you. But if they do, you cut them off. You don't have nothing else to do with.
Yeah.
You see, Adam,
that's the end of it.
Because that brings up a good point, Adam. It's not necessarily the helping people out, right? The thing is like, okay, you help all these people out, but who's there to help you? You ever been in that situation? And you're like, damn, I do
nobody, bro. We don't get help. We're
men.
men. That's the part of being men. Listen, this is what I tell my people that's in Mississippi that is really going through a hard time, because I was there and I was going through a hard time as well. Bro, if you're waiting on somebody to save you, you might as well go and die. Nobody's coming to save you, bro. Nobody has we're responsible for saving ourselves, man, and we have to do that. Align with some goddamn it, some higher power, some higher mentorship, something that's going to help you get out of that space. But don't nobody owe you anything. And if you help somebody, it's strictly because you want to. Nothing other than that.
Exactly.
We are the givers of life. That's why we are the seed. The women are just the soil.
Only women.
Oh no, I'm not talking about women here. I'm talking about just
only.
I'm talking about in
only
period,
women.
When it comes to manhood. Men, listen. There's only sympathy for children and women. There's no sympathy for men. Once you hit 18, if you see a story on the news about a person getting deleted, they wonder what he did. There's no poor him. But it could be a woman that's 35 years old and got them like the woman that what happened in Chicago. Everybody was like, oh, this, that, and the third, until they start looking at her DMs and her messages and stuff. As men, bro, we gotta let that shit go, bro. You know how many people that I done looked out on only to fall out with them because I wouldn't continue to look out on them? You can say yes to 100 person now. You can say yes to a person 99 times, and they're gonna only remember that one time you told them no.
When women and children, women and children are only ones that are loved unconditionally. Men are only loved for what they can provide.
Conditionally, that's a condition.
There is nobody coming to save you. You must pick your own self up and become your hero in your life. You can't expect other people to do it for you. Now I have a wife that helps me out and stuff. I have a good relationship with my wife and helps me out and stuff like that. But tomorrow is never guaranteed. Nothing is ever guaranteed in life. You always got to prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
Mhm.
And
That's a fact.
dealing with
That is a
dealing
fact.
with stroke with me dealing with strokes, pulmonary embolism, blood clots in the lungs, renal thrombus, which is blood clots in the kidneys, and DVTs, which is blood clots in your lower legs. That taught me that at an early age, and it was a hard lesson to learn.
Mhm. Mhm.
Man, listen, I used to volunteer. Well, it didn't start off as volunteer. It started off as I had to do like like work, like when you owe for so many tickets, you have to do work and stuff. Like I come from Mississippi, and the police, if you got a ticket down there and you didn't pay it, and the police catch you, like you get pulled up, you go to jail. That's just it. And Minnesota, I wasn't prepared for that. They just keep letting you go. Like I'm like, damn, this shit's like 10 bands, and y'all just keep letting me go. I'm not gonna pay the shit. So it came around to the time it was like, listen, you either finna go to jail or you finna have to pay it or you finna have to do some type of community service. I chose community service just because everything's a finesse with me. Do you know how to do community service because of my history and things of that nature? I was working at a Salvation Army. I'm sure Salvation Armies are all over the country, but this is where I was working in the cafeteria, and I would feed, like, say, the people that would come through or people that were staying there. Mind you, people that was living there, they was living there rent free because it was just like it's a shelter pretty much. You know what I mean? Sometimes people come out to the street and eat for free and things of that nature. But the largest group of people that was men.
Yeah.
Was men.
Mhm.
That's the largest people that was there, and that's including women and children.
Did you really say 10,000?
What'd you say?
I said, did you really say 10,000?
10,000 what?
Yeah, 10 stacks on tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 bands on tickets, yeah.
God damn. What?
That's
How
not
did
really
you,
a lot when you think about it, man. Yeah,
bro? How
Shit.
did you not go to prison, bro?
Shit.
That's
is
what I
absolutely
said.
a
I
lot.
told the judge how they didn't put me in prison. He's
Bro,
like, well,
it
you
is
finna figure that out.
absolutely a
today.
lot. And how come you haven't gone back to driving school? What the fuck are you doing to run up 10 bands?
Damn right.
I was waiting on them to goddamn, because like I say, in Mississippi, I don't care if it's one ticket. If it's not paid and the police pull you over and it shows an unpaid ticket, you're going to jail then. Right then. So that's what I was used to. Like, because you got to pay the ticket to get out of jail. That's a hell of a motivation. So they
Brother,
never put me in jail. They never
just
like
say I'm a reformed procrastinator. Just say I'm a reformed procrastinator. Just say that. Say it out loud, real quick, real proud.
Now I got my
I'm a
license now, though. I got my
reformed
license now.
procrastinator.
Like I didn't
Say
have my
it. Say
license
it out
for
loud.
probably 20 years.
I'm a reformed procrastinator. Say it.
No, I wasn't. No,
I say it. I'm a reformed procrastinator.
I was waiting on them to do their job. You know
I've
what I'm
done a lot of stupid crap in my life.
So
Hi, Adam.
like because it was a trap. So listen, the whole thing was a finesse. But like I said, I got out of that and I got my name back clean and everything, and now I got my license. But yeah, it was 10 bands. It was 10 bands and some change actually. But because you gotta keep in mind that could have been just 10 times. But you got to, and also it could have been 10 times. But when I went to go see the dude to work something out, because they'll let you work something out, they took a lot of it off. So it was actually more than 10 because in Minnesota, if you get pulled over and you don't have insurance, that's $1,000 ticket off top.
Dang.
It should be.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, for sure.
But at the same time, when it comes to like insurance companies and all that, I think there should be some type of cap on how much they can charge people. You know, where it's more balanced,
so
make it more affordable for people to buy.
Yeah,
they can't.
Yeah, I think so too. But it's all a racket though. But that wasn't the point that I was trying to make, DMV. You just caught on to the deal.
Yeah, the volume ticket.
You just ran with it. Yeah, it was 10 bands, bro. It was 10
That's
bands.
a lot of money, bro. I'm sorry.
Damn right.
A lot of
yeah,
people
okay. So
find
getting
this
to the
funny
point,
when
Yeah,
I.
I'm saying that to all truck drivers and stuff, but it wasn't a lot of bread, bro. Like
but the point is that yeah,
Now,
you saw a lot of men at the homeless shelter. So
that was the
let's unpack
majority of
there.
it. That was the majority of people that was there, and it was black men at that. Now, here's the thing. If I'm being transparent, like some of them was trying to get their life together, but some of them was just dead right bums, bro. You know what I mean? Some of them just they felt like the world owed them, and they was waiting on somebody to come save them. They act like they had the right to free food in a shelter bed. Like they had steak. Oh, I live here. This is what they have to do for me. Nobody have to do nothing for you, grown man.
Exactly.
That's just like you could go to any government office in the United States and you will see somebody in there cutting up talking about their money. And they talking about food stamps, government subsidy. I'm waiting, y'all need to give me my money. Who the hell are you talking to, lady?
Well, the Bible says that you should help those in need, but it never tells you to help the lazy or the ones that are self-destructing.
Yes, the Bible preaches against slothful individuals.
Exactly. Lazy people or people destroying their lives. You know, it tells you not to help them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a story with that as well, with the homeless, like with especially the lazy, slothful part, because once again, my father, when I was just telling you about, house foreclosed on, but during the time that he was going through the foreclosure, he was too old to be in there anyway, so they put him in a assisted living facility. So he had a guy that was, he was renting rooms to, and the dude was a ex-homeless person, but then he ended up becoming homeless again because he lost his job. All right. So long story short, I went and found the guy and said, you could stay here until they foreclose on the house. All right. He stays at the house. I go over there to go check up on him. I go up in there. There's 6 other men up in the house with him.
See what I'm saying?
And they're all homeless, just like him.
Yeah.
One of them even had what's it called?
A dog.
No, not a dog. He had disability. So he was even getting money. But what this dude would do, because it happened while I was there, he got his check on the 1st. He left the house, okay, went and checked into a hotel room, got 2 broads, and this is in Atlanta. He done got 2 broads off the street and partied with them all weekend, spent up all his money, and then when all his money was gone, he was broke again and came back to the house. And I'm sitting here like, why didn't you just bring the broads back to the house? Oh, well, your house is too nice. I didn't want, these broads be, wanting to fight and get violent. I didn't want them to tear up your house. I was like, well, that's respectable, but damn, you're getting whatever, the $1,500, $2,000 a month in disability. You know what I'm saying? This is a way that y'all could actually pay to live here. You know what I'm saying? Because the house is in foreclosure right now. But if you all, there's 6 of you all, and this is a 5-6 bedroom because it had a finished basement. This is a 6-bedroom house. All of y'all, the rent ain't gonna be that much because the rent was only like $800-900 a month.
You're lucky that they didn't trash the home.
They don't think like that.
No, they
They don't
definitely
think
don't.
That's also a reason I stopped helping homeless people. There used to be this old homeless guy I used to help out from time to time. I give him, if I came from Walmart, I give him a little $5. And then one day I'm just kind of riding around town. I head back behind like a Checkers. I was driving back, and I see this man in the drug alley, bruh. I'm like, that's incredible. The entire time I'm thinking like, oh, this guy's just down on his luck dude. But realistically, they're just taking the money and they're spending it on drugs. And I seen them too, and I'm like, I can't help it.
It's a such thing as being down on your luck. I've been down on my luck. I'm sure other men on this panel have been down on their luck.
Yes.
But that's a temporary. Bro, I was homeless on dialysis living in my truck at one point. in the middle of winter in Minnesota. But it's a temporary spot, bro. It's temporary. That's nothing. That's something. For you to realize, bro. Nobody's coming to save you, and don't nobody owe you nothing. You are the reason. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ronnie.
Even though sometimes you got to take a step or two backwards in order to take giant leaps forward. Sometimes you got to set back and reset yourself before you can take some leaps forward. You know, and unfortunately, men don't have a place that they can go to do that. You know, and
I agree, but I agree with a certain extent because I tell people this, Ronnie. Minnesota is the opposite of New York. You know how they say in New York, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. Well, if you can't make it in Minnesota, you can't make it nowhere. That's how easy it is to survive up there. You know what I mean? Like it just is what it is. But at the same time, for me, step number one was telling myself, bro, you got yourself here, and it's gonna take you to get yourself out of here. Take some accountability. Yes, I get it. The world is fucking hard. Buy a fucking helmet. If it was easy, everybody would do it.
Yep.
But here's the thing. Now, KB, I would want to say something to you. Everybody that's homeless is not in the same, because some people are out there because they are slothful, but some people are out there due to mental illness, and that's something that we can't never shit on. You see what I'm saying? Some people are out there due to pandemic things, that is trauma that has happened in their lives. Every case is not the same, so we can't. Like say that the worst thing in my opinion, to see a homeless veteran, because I feel like the states.
Oh, you see that a lot. You see that a lot.
I hate that to the core, because these people was willing to give their fucking life for this country, and this country won't take care of them, and that's some bullshit.
I've helped a lot of veterans out getting into the system in order to get their percentages up. You know, while I was going through a reset, I went to a veterans apartment complex where only supported veterans being there, and there were a majority males there. A lot of them didn't have their percentages. Most of them graduated from being in homeless shelters to even get to that apartment complex. They started off fucking streets, literally.
Let me ask you, why exactly did they end up that way? Like, did they just not do the paperwork, or what happened?
Some of them don't know how to do the paperwork. Some of them have mental illnesses and trauma from the experiences. Matter of fact, man, I ran into a brother, one of the first Army snipers, decorated to high hell, and he had a major drug problem, and he had some mental illness things that were going on. But he was in that shelter. This guy is highly
to drugs.
Right.
Probably
and a lot of them
that's not getting the proper treatment.
A lot of them seek their trauma through bottles or drugs.
In drugs.
But also,
too. Wait. The VA just got reformed. Do y'all remember back in the early 80s and even 70s? They used to have all kind of movies how horrific the VA system was for veterans and how hard it was for them to fight to even get in there to be treated. That all got reformed like in the 90s, late 2000s, to where it was even something that they could deal with. You got a lot of those guys from Vietnam era and everything else are still on the fucking street if they're alive.
Yep. But also too, you have to add, if you don't know how to work the system, ain't nobody gonna tell you.
Nope.
So you might so you could have $100,000 waiting for you from the VA for your conditions. But if you don't know that,
they're not gonna help you.
Nobody's gonna help you get it.
I'm 100% permanent and total with the Veterans Administration. And it took me almost 2.5 years to go through that process to get it. It ain't that fucking easy.
Nope.
2 years. God damn.
Wait. After me doing service, I got out in 1994. So it was 2 years of me dedicating myself to get it, but it was 30 fucking years later that I got 100%. They don't give that shit.
Nope.
Even if you're a veteran, and when you were serving, there wasn't no wars or anything like that. There wasn't no wars or anything like that.
Let me tell you the military. Let me
The
tell you.
thing is they had that potential war of defending the country looming over their head. They knew
But
that when
that's
they
not
went
even
in,
it.
and
The
they
big
should get the same benefits.
the biggest thing is, Adam, a lot of dudes, when you're in the military, you have a certain mindset. You got to achieve missions. You train for missions, you achieve a mission. When you get out, you're still in that mindset. Okay, so your mission becomes your wife, your kids, your job. All these other things become missions, but you never dealt with that trauma. You never dealt with that toxicity of watching your buddy get blown up right next to you. You never dealt with any of that shit. And eventually it comes back and it fucking hits you. And it doesn't matter how good of a life you got at that point. You will let it all fucking go. I had a buddy of mine makes over $1.5 million as an insurance broker. He had way more clients than I did. The VP of Transamerica. He saw me go through my process. He goes, that'll never happen to me, blah, blah, blah. The minute his last kid graduated college, it hit him. And it didn't matter what the fuck he had on the table, all of it had to go so that he could focus on himself. We reprioritize ourselves last. And that's the problem. A lot of men prioritize taking care of their family, earning money, but they never deal with their fucking traumas. We're told to suck it up. But you
Pull
got
yourself up by the bootstraps.
You got to deal with them because you can't progress in life until you deal with your traumas.
Yep,
But go ahead.
agreed.
Yeah. That's why I say you have to work on yourself.
Yep,
It's
agreed.
one of those questions
have-
I always have too, because it's like usually whenever I see homeless people out there, it's always men. Always men. I almost never see a woman homeless. And I'm like, why doesn't the government just help these people? Because it's like, it doesn't serve society either if you have a huge underclass of men. But no one really seems to care.
You know what system is captured for those men? Prison system.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
That's what captures up most of those. There's a lot of mentally ill people in prison. There were probably veterans and other things, but it turned into petty crimes, to drugs, to alcoholism, and then that progressed into something else. I know a couple of buddies of mine that served in the Gulf War, man, they wound up robbing banks.
Why?
They got killed. I'm just telling you, there are all kind of traumas you got to deal with when you come to war and you get out of it. And by the way, they give you an exit interview. They don't say, okay, well, we'll take you through psychological trauma because you saw 5 of your comrades get blown up by a fucking artillery piece. Don't give a fuck. You're done. They don't teach you how to deal with that. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of people snap after a while, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
A lot of people envy others for what they accomplished, wishing they could do the same thing. But most of them don't realize what they had to do to get there. And if if you're having problems and you can't handle them on your own, don't be afraid to ask for help. They don't make you less of a man because you need a little extra help to get ahead. Never feel ashamed for asking for help that you need.
We're taught never to ask for help.
And that's the problem.
I think this is like probably a good era because I think at least what I've been seeing in the media, we're at least reaching a point where it's being talked about. But I think it's only being really talked about because now we see a whole group of guys just dropping out of society. I think they're more concerned about, what that's going to mean for society and women than what these guys are actually going through, in my opinion. But at the very least, the government is starting to take notice and having to do some kind of action. I don't know what they're going to do, but
it's gotten a lot better for newer veterans, but the older veterans are the ones that are still fighting. The newer veterans are coming out. You ever see a kid maybe just got out of the military after serving maybe 5 or 7 years? He's driving a fucking F-150 truck, already has a house. He's all set up. Because of all the shit we went through, we already prepped them to expect to do something for the newer kids getting out. But they still give the older ones a hard time getting in.
Why do they give the older ones a harder time?
As we're aging out, they'll owe us more money and they'll have to pay us more.
Yeah.
They're
So they
hoping
rather,
people will die out instead of
they
paying out.
rather us die off instead of pay us out.
Mhm.
Law of average numbers. That's all. But go ahead.
No, it's pretty much.
But like Charlie was talking about the Salvation Army doing community service there. He didn't see a lot of women there, mainly because they're not held accountable for the accident. They might have some same tickets he had, and they still out there to get like a get out of jail free card or something. It's crazy.
Well, if you guys really want to know, believe it or not, there's a shelter here exclusively for women and children. Men can't even stay there.
That's not unbelievable. They're all over the country like that.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Which is crazy because it's like men are the forgotten members of society, but women, the feminists, get out there and they want equality. What about that equality? What about men go to jail numerous times more for the same crime that a woman would do, and they get way less time? You know what I mean? What about
don't serve any time at all?
Exactly. What about the deletion rate for men is 10 times the deletion rate for women?
No, the thing with a lot of feminists is what a lot of man, I don't even think feminism is a real study. Like you can go study in college, but I don't think that shit is real. The problem
It's
that I
real.
think
They tell you men is the bane of your existence. I think
you can get a degree in feminist studies. You can get a degree in
you can
feminist
lose
studies.
your car keys, and they say it's
I wouldn't
because
waste
of
the
a man.
money.
That's what I told my daughter. You're not going to school to get a goddamn kumbaya degree. We ain't gonna do it.
Feminists are teaching other men. Feminists is teaching other women to hate men. That we are the problem. We're the evil. We're the evil in the world.
Yeah. The problem I tend to have with a lot of feminists is that it always tends to be something that's very fair weather. So it's like, okay, you'll have a situation like you just described, but they don't really give a damn about protesting about it or doing anything about it because it's not something that's going to directly benefit them. So they kind of want the cake and eat it too.
They only care about it when it's in their favor. For sure.
Of course. It's like, all right, I mean, would you be willing to increase incarceration rates for women? They're not really going to protest about that, but let a man make slightly more, or he's in a CEO position or some coveted position, then it matters.
About that, Kobe. They say the study shows that men make more, but they also work more too.
And harder.
Yep.
Men don't get paternity leave and stuff like that.
Yeah, so that's something to pay attention to. But with that being said, guys, we're gonna start wrapping up, man. Anybody got any closing words that they want to say? Because I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I already got the live set up for tomorrow. If you guys want to check out that thumbnail, it's already up. It's gonna be tomorrow at 7:00. But anybody got any thing they want to say before we get up out of here?
Damn, you should have went live on Wednesday. Shit.
I'm going live Wednesday too. I got a whole little. I hit you up in the back office. You actually, I hit you up in the back office.
Okay.
What's the topic?
But you said should have went live on Wednesday. Like you talking about last Wednesday?
No, this Wednesday. Because
you too intelligent to speak like that. You spoke in past tense as if Wednesday
really?
is already passed. Yeah, you said you should have went live Wednesday. Wednesday haven't came yet.
Oh, you're right.
Sometimes that'll happen. But
the topic on Wednesday is ruining or elevating, Lee Majors.
Ruining or elevating?
Ruining or elevating is what he.
Yeah, that's the topic for tomorrow night. Like say, because we had a discussion on that briefly on another live, and it was about like say, because I know I'm okay with tipping coach, especially if I go to a place and I'm used to, let's just say Misha, she used the point of where she would get her hair done here and it costs like $40 to $60 for like a straightening. When she go to the DR, it costs $6. So she'll give a person $9. But somebody argument was like, you're ruining the culture doing that because when you give them more, they start to expect more. You see what I'm saying? Yep. So I understand both sides, but that's going to be the topic for tomorrow. So you guys want to chime in on that? Let me see if I
But,
can.
but believe it or not, if you want to see the origin of tipping culture in America, there's something, I don't know if you know what Georges are. So after the American Civil War, the Georges, they were black porters who were basically who worked inside of cabin cars, and this was post slavery, and they called them Georges because the then CEO of the company was a guy who had a last name George, and in that time every slave was called their master's last name, so they'd be like a George. Oh, use it exactly. And then the thing is, the problem is that they wouldn't pay these people, so they would work in and live inside of the train cars, and they only got maybe 3 to 4 hours of sleep. They worked very hard, and they basically made no wages. And any money that they made was 100% in tips. Meaning, if they did not make tips, they just didn't make any money at all, period. And that's really kind of like where a lot of tip culture comes from the United States, and that kind of spread that business model where they're not going to pay you a wage and then they're expecting customers to come in and subsidize that wage. That ain't right.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know,
Well,
I went to
in
Kentucky,
KB, we don't
and they
want
were.
that's a subject for tomorrow night, KB. I know you fired up on it, bro. You know
Oh
you
yeah.
bored. Pull up tomorrow night. You about to go into it, but that's what we got tomorrow night for, man. Guys, once again, I tell you, man, if you still watching, man, for one, appreciate you, man. Over here at Charlie Chan, man, TV, what we try to do is, man, have a safe and comfortable space where we can come over here and converse in a civil matter. It's okay that we disagree, but we have to do it civilly, man. Everybody that pulls up, man, like is always always carrying themselves with some decorum, and I sincerely appreciate that, man. Want you guys that's watching, man, help the channel grow by hitting subscribe, man. We trying to get monetized over here, man. I want to say appreciate KB always showing up and goddamn it showing love. Like we call him textbook because he is a young man and he go by the book. If he's a police officer, if he was the police, he carrying the book with him. Everything by the book with him. Shout out Adam. He new to the community where he knew to pulling up, man. But his perspective is always appreciated because he got a unique way of looking at things, and I always appreciate that. Shout out to my main man, Black Cleaner, always showing love no matter what time or when. Black Cleaner always showing love. Ronan, the treasure trove of knowledge, man. He goddamn it, he a walking, talking encyclopedia, man. If you guys want to know something, man, holler at Ronan. I can't say holler at him because I can't speak for another man's time, but go over there and check him out, man. Like it's gonna be rare that you leave over there without learning something that you didn't know. Man, shout out to him. Lee Major, he the quiet flexor. He say something like, I'm not no big traveler, but I've been to 26 countries in the last 3 years. So shout out to my good brother Lee Major, man. Always pulling up with the wisdom of the rest of the world and stuff like that, man. Anybody else got anything that they want to say before we get up out of here?
Yeah, I'll just say one more thing.
Yes, please.
In life, you only given so many heartbeats. Don't waste them on poor choices, because when Father Time comes collecting, he accepts no excuses, and that's the truth.
Agreed.
People try to avoid.
Definitely agreed. KB, Black Cleaner, Ronan, Lee Major, you guys want to say anything before we get up out of here?
No.
Just want to say good night, fellas.
Go ahead, Lee. Sorry.
I just want to say good night, fellas, and the fellas on the what's that? South Asia. Good afternoon. Y'all have a great day.
Yeah.
We appreciate you pulling up, Lee Majors.
Yeah, it's 2:31 here, so we still got a full day. Afternoon, that is. Anyway, I dropped in my chat. If you're in the vertical or horizontal, I dropped Charlie Chan's channel. Hit the follow button on Charlie Chan. Subscribe to his channel. He's always putting out good information. If you're one of those guys that work that midnight shift, because I get a lot of replays on my shows, so go ahead and follow Charlie Chan. You'll probably catch him live most of the time. And then I dropped in my new channel. Ronan's new channel is Wealth Talks, Legacy Walks. We break down systems. I don't sell you anything. I just break down how systems work and what things you need to focus on. All right. Yeah. So I've done a couple lives already, and I got some information in there that I'm going to be building up over the next 30 days to 60 days in there. But hit that link and go subscribe to my other channel. I appreciate it.
That's a fact.
And I wish you both luck on your channels. Hope y'all do really well.
Absolutely. Anybody
Yeah.
that done pulled up, man, the way that you guys conduct yourself, I want you to know anytime it's my panel and you see me, man, please feel free to pull up, man. If it's not a closed panel, because we're probably going to start doing those in the near future. But, man, anytime it's an open panel, everybody feel free to pull up, man, because I enjoy conversing with you gentlemen, and I always walk away learning something that I didn't previously know. So with that being said, man, we're going to go ahead and close out. Black Cleaner, you got anything that you can add?
I'll say one more thing after Black Cleaner.
Sure. Black Cleaner, you got anything that you want to add? Are you good?
Thanks for having me on the panel. Subscribe to my channel, The Black Cleaner. I do have some new content coming out. It's a new segment now. It's entitled Traveling While Black. So I'll be going to all of the new places, giving you boots on the ground information on, the places that are safe for us to be and to enjoy. And that's it. Thank you for having me on the panel. And this is the Black Cleaner signing out.
Mm-hmm.
The Black Cleaner.
What I was going to say, most of y'all should know my character now. So if I get on the panel and I act out of character, please point that out to me, because that's a symptom. That's a sign of maybe having a stroke. So I want to make sure that that's not what the problem is. Usually you can tell when I have a stroke because my left side will droop. But if I do, just let me know.
I'm a pray and hope it never happens, but I'm gonna give you a heads up. Now that you done said that, brothers are gonna be watching you extremely close. So if brothers be tapping in and checking on you, don't feel no type of way, because that's what they gonna start to send you.
Oh no, I don't take no offense to anything.
Okay, they definitely gonna be checking on you.
Because if I notice a big behavioral change and other people notice it too, I'm going to get my wife and I'm going straight to the hospital. I don't play games. That's
for sure,
basically that's basically staying healthy is how I'm still here. But thanks for having me on the panel, and I say goodbye to everybody.
Yep.
Yes, no problem at all, man. So KB, you want to say anything before you get up out of here?
Nah, I really enjoyed the conversation, the quality, and everything, and that's pretty much all I wanted to say. And I'm just looking. I'm always looking forward to it.
Okay, well, don't don't forget to pull up tomorrow night. We're gonna go ahead and close out with the closing song. Hopefully, it'll play all the way through, but we'll see how that goes, man. Y'all have a great night, man. Remember to like and subscribe.
All right, take care.
Yep,
for sure. Oh, I'll add that back to the joint. We're going.
Yeah. Late nights. who keep the lights on. If you're here every night, we see you. Let's talk. Charlie Chan TV. What's good, y'all? It's your boy, DJ Charlie Chan TV. We out here at Ryan's Party, man. It's his number right now, man. Man.
Appreciate it, guys, and that's the end for tonight. Don't forget to pull up tomorrow night.